The Oologah Mustang Network is on the air. And this is Mustang Football.
Let's go!
And now, here's your host, Brent Kellogg, Kevin Hogue, and Blake Salt.
In the early 17th century, the Massachusetts Bay Colony was a Puritan settlement founded on the principles of religious freedom and a commitment to education. The settlement passed a colonial law, famously known as the Old Deluder Satan Act, required every town with 50 or more households to establish a school for teaching reading and writing, so the young people could read the Bible, defend themselves against the Old Deluder Satan himself. The first recorded high school graduation in the United States occurred on July 3rd of 1642 in New Amsterdam, which would later become New York City. There, Everest Bogart, a local minister, held a ceremony to commemorate the graduation of 4 students. These students had completed their course study, which included classical languages and other subjects, under the guidance of Adam Rowlandson, a local resident who had some teaching experience. Now, Dorchester, Massachusetts also claims that holding the first graduation ceremony in the United States, where 9 students were awarded notable recognition. These students were the pioneers of the American education system, and their graduation marked a crucial step towards formalized secondary education. While not a high school in the modern sense, these early institutions laid the groundwork for secondary education in the American colonies. We've come a long way, my friends. Today, high school graduation ceremonies are an elaborate affair with cap, gown, diplomas, speeches, and often held in large auditoriums or outdoor venues. However, the spirit of celebrating educational achievement and the transition to the next phase of life remains a constant thread that can be traced back to those humble beginnings in colonial America. Tonight, we gather not only as an educational institution, but as a community, to celebrate a remarkable commitment to excellence, character, and family that is embodied in this graduating class. For the last time, these students will cheer on this sideline, march on this field, and play in front of this home crowd at Mustang Stadium. Tonight is Senior Night 2023, and the long blue line legacy continues.
Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue. Tonight we are celebrating Senior Night on 2023, and Kevin, that long blue line extends, and it's a chilly night here, but so fun for a group of kids that have put in a lot of work, and their parents and grandparents and support circle and everybody that makes this happen.
Yeah, it's a big night. We talked a little bit about it with Coach. You're going to hear about it in a minute in the pregame show. I still remember my senior night. I still remember walking out with my family and what that meant to me, being able to while there's a chance we could still play another home game, could be your last home game. Could be the last time.
Yeah, you've got to do it in regular season.
And that's going to be weighing on their minds, I know.
Yeah, but this has been just an incredible class, and we'll talk to Coach Wagner here in just a little bit, thinking about these guys were pretty young when he showed up on the scene here.
Yeah, they were his first freshman class when he showed up here 4 years ago. So I think inherently you get to know him as a freshman group and a JV group and now the varsity group. I think it just inherently makes them close to you. I know they're close to him, and they're weighing on his heart this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the injuries that we sustained last week on the road at Miami. It's always a fun game. We kind of hoped for a better outcome last week at Miami, but we'll walk through all the starting lineups and so on and so forth. Let's talk a little bit about football, because Cushing has come to town, and they're kind of a new anomaly for us, if anomaly is not the right word, but they're new to our district. Like, they came in last year, and so this is really their first home trip here, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird little deal. Every 2 years they redistrict, if you will, so they're actually out of the district next year, but this is the first time we've hosted them in maybe ever. We went there last year. Obviously, that game went sideways in a hurry. They're the number 1 team in the state last year, putting up 60, 70 points a game. That got sideways early. They're a different team this year, but they're still really, really good. They graduated almost 30 seniors, but when you're blowing teams out, I know there's some of their coaches, they did a good job when they were blowing those teams out of getting those younger guys reps. So when you start talking about sophomores and juniors stepping up this year, they got reps last year.
So I'm reminded of probably an epic movie scene It's a tale of two characters and their struggles of woe. And there's this moment where one of the said characters named Lloyd is having this intimate conversation with the maiden of his pursuits, and the big takeaway from that scene is, so you're telling me there's a chance.
So you're
right?
saying that's one of my favorite movies.
Exactly, referencing Dumb and Dumber. So we do still have a path into the playoffs. Last week made it really hard, but there's still a path for us to get into the playoffs if things go right.
Not just playoffs, but host. I was reminded by Jax Burchett this week. I was reminded by my own son. If we win both of our final two games, we could still host a playoff game and would be very likely to. So we still hold all the cards in our hands. I know I left with a sour taste in my mouth. I felt like I got punched in the gut last week.
That was so hard.
And then you got that long drive home, and you're just like, ugh, and you want it so much for those kids. But they reminded me, and I think that's one of the great positive attributes of Coach Wagner is, man, he gets these guys to believe every single week.
Man, if you win tonight, you greatly help yourself in your playoff pursuits.
Correct.
If you don't, then you're going to have some help to get there. I was talking to Chad, the athletic director from Miami, even this week. He's like, you know what's funny? Even though they won the game, we can still finish ahead of them, especially when it gets down to tiebreakers.
Yeah, the tiebreakers get wonky. They still play Wagner, which anything can happen. But if you go with the favorites, they're gonna, Wagner's gonna win that game. Right now, we're in a three-way tie with Miami and McLean. We ended up in a three-way tie last year, if you remember, and it goes to point differential first, and then once that team is peeled off, then it goes to head-to-head. So these games become really important for those reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the Cushing Tigers that come in tonight. They are 6-2 so far. One of their losses is a non-district loss. They lost to a 3A team, I believe, week 2, Perkins Tryon, which, by the way, is number 3 in 3A. They're a pretty salty team. They're 7-1 so far in their pursuits. They certainly have championship aspirations. And so Cushing lost to them early on. And then their other loss is to Wagner in a game where they lost by 1 point, 15-14.
15-14, great game. They had some big battles last year because they blew Wagner out in the regular season and then lost a close one in the state championship. I'm sure they wish they would do that differently, had flipped those. But, man, they played Wagner really tough. And they're going to come in with high expectations tonight. They're a big group. They got a lot of kids on the field right now, so it's going to be a big test for the Mustangs.
They've been kind of handled everybody else. There's some 2 and 3 point score differences. Point in comparison, we played Miami last week, and they won by a couple of scores. Cushing beat Miami 40-28. So they're a good team. And you referenced this a minute ago. One of the things about a successful program, when your starters get out on the field, they get you a good, safe lead. You're helping those years behind you because those sophomores and even some cases freshmen, they're getting considerable snaps at real-time game speed, which just helps with your experience of your program.
It expedites their growth and expedites how soon they're ready for some big-time football. And I think you're seeing that pay off this year with the results.
Yeah. Mustangs are a little bit banged up tonight. We'll talk about – we've got one that's out. We'll talk about that here in just our starting lineups. But the truth be told, Kevin, anything can happen. That's why it's Friday Night Lights. And, man, this place starting to be electric. To start the game, the stands will be full because you've got grandparents and aunts and uncles here as we're going to celebrate, I think, 34 seniors between football, our managers, cross country is a part of this, and then our band program. We recognize all those seniors. So that's why we're on the air early. Your YouTube notification probably popped up just a little bit early, but that's why we're on, is because coming up about 6:30, we're going to jump in and join the rest of the stadium and kind of recognize all of those seniors. So the bands are warming up. The concession stands are open, and, man, those burgers smell good.
They were good. I had one.
And so anyway, the stands are both filling in with high expectation tonight. It's going to be an exciting game. When we come back, we'll visit with head coach Darren Wagner in our weekly coaches show. We'll go through our starting lineups, and we're going to recognize this class, graduating class of 2024. We'll be back with all of that and more. This is the Mustang Tailgate Show.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Mustang family. It's week 9. I'm here with Coach Wagner. We have the Cushing Tigers coming to town. Obviously, last year they were number 1 the whole year, ended up losing in the state finals. They graduate a lot of kids, but you don't graduate that necessarily and how to win and do those things. And they were in a lot of blowouts, so a lot of their underclassmen got a lot of playing time. So what kind of challenges do they present?
Well, first of all, I think they're kind of in a reload situation. Their sophomore class is really strong. Some really talented sophomores. They're stepping in, helping them instantly. And they're good at all the skill positions across the board. They're solid defensively. So they might not be quite as senior-laden as last year, but still really, really good, as evidenced by losing by 1 at Wagner a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they've played those guys really good the last couple of years. So about us, how's the week of practice been, week of prep here as we get ready for senior night?
Well, we've had a really good week. Unfortunately, the injury bug kind of hit us in the second, third quarter last week against Miami. So we'll be without Gavin Salt, who's really important on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Ashton Wright's going to try to go. We'll see how that works tonight. He's been limited in practice, to say the least.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Stovall's been a real warrior for us all year with the same ankle all the way back at Collinsville. Was rolled up again, so he's been limited in practice. Obviously, center and an anchor defensive end for us. So
Yeah, he's played really well.
He's been a big part of what we do. He's going to try to go. So we got some other guys that are going to step up. We always say next man up, and it's going to be an exciting night on senior night to see those kids do it.
Yeah, let's finish up with that senior night. I know we both played. That's a big night. It's a fun night. Just talk a little bit about the senior class and maybe some of those kiddos.
Well, that's a special group to me because they were my first class. This is my 4th year, and they were fresh when we came in. So Ashton and Braden Stovall and Ty Cherry, we can go on and on down the list. Tyler, Max Becker, all those guys. That was my first year. So that was during COVID. So I still remember those guys emailing me pictures of themselves. And me and my wife went back and looked at it not very long ago, and we were joking. They said they really looked like they were 13, 14, and you look at them now. They're young men. So we want to send those guys out on the right note tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, Coach. We'll be right back with more Mustang Tailgate Show right after this.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories, and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Well, welcome back to the Mustang Tailgate Show. Kevin, it's a chilly night, and this whole weather thing, like even Halloween's just kind of
Yeah.
But that's what Friday Night Football is. I talked to somebody earlier. It's like in September you sweating and October you freezing.
Yeah, and sometimes in the same day. I know this morning when I was carrying all the stuff over here about 9:30, it was hot. It was like 72 and muggy, and by the time we made a couple of trips, the sprinkles came in and the wind switched, and it got real cold real fast.
Yeah, stands are starting to fill in. It is senior night, and here in just a little bit, we're going to recognize an incredible class of just seniors, from our band to our cheerleaders to our football players. Let's talk a little bit of football and talk about the starting lineup tonight. We did have some injuries, some guys that kind of got banged up last week at Miami, if you will. And so let's just kind of walk through our starting lineup. Let's start with the big guys up front, the offensive line. At right tackle, still number 55, senior Jackson Gill. At right guard, number 71, Wrangler Dix. At center, Tyler Stovall. At left guard, number 70, Cooper Robinson. And then at left tackle, number 64, junior Bryce Byers.
Yeah, it's a good group. They've played really, really well at times. We're going to need them to step up big time tonight. We're going to need a big game from them. Last week, perhaps, weren't as consistent, but we played the biggest line we've played. I mean, we were just out-horsed, if you will. They're more like us tonight, so I hope we can get back to those kind of more consistent great plays.
Yeah, Gavin Salt injured, banged up last week. Normally you would see him starting at the tight end. assuming you'll see some of Wade Peters, a little bit of by committee in that role tonight. So Braxton Davis, a wide receiver, 8 catches, 142 on yards, 3 touchdowns, and actually had a pretty good week last week. Jackson Burchett, 25 catches on the year, 465 total yards with 6 touchdowns, and Davin Shondell, 8 catches for 138 yards on the season and a touchdown. Those guys are really going to have a big night tonight.
Yeah, we've struggled at times to get separation and to get open, if you will, to help Brad out. And then last week, a few times we dropped some balls that we probably should have catched. Were they perfect? Did they hit us right in the numbers? No, but we got to make those catches tonight if we want to come out on top.
In the backfield, and there's some big question marks here. I think expected to start is Ashton Wright, but Ashton got banged up. He's dressed. He's going to play tonight. Where they use him more offense, more on defense. So I've got him listed tonight as our running back just to talk about him. He's had an incredible season, 88 carries, 640 total yards on the season, 7 touchdowns. He averages 7.27 yards a carry every time he touches the ball and goes. Last week, again, got banged up, third quarter, I believe?
Yeah, I think it was the start of it was in the second quarter.
Second quarter,
because he came out of the half and was trying to get ready to go and come back a little bit. I know I really feel for him. I know what he's done to get ready to play. Man. He's a senior. He works really hard. I just hope on senior night he's able to come out and stay out the whole game and be effective.
Last week, 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown, and an injury that goes in the stat line. You'll see Braden Stovall a lot, and probably will carry the majority of the carries tonight. 92 carries on the season. Still rushed for 513 yards this season and 5 touchdowns. At quarterback, number 11, junior Brad Hoisington, 79 rushes, 416 yards. So he averages about 5.3 every time he tucks it and run. He's rushed for 5 touchdowns. Passing, 52 completion rate, passed for 1,071 yards. 15 touchdowns and 7 interceptions on the season. Brad, he could have a good night tonight. We're going to need him to have a good night, both on his legs to kind of make plays happen, but also with that passing efficiency.
Absolutely. He's truly a dual-threat quarterback. We're going to need all of that threat out of him tonight to keep them honest. We've seen in games we've struggled to run. They've been able to pin their ears back and come back and get us a little bit with the pass rush. We need to be dual threat tonight to be successful.
Mustangs average 369 yards a game. We average about 35.5 points a game, and that we literally, it's right there. We just stay right at that 35 points a game. We're heavy rush. We average about 235 yards rushing and pass for about 135 yards passing. Let's talk a little bit about the defense. Start on the line at the D-nose. You'll see Warren Pierce, 37 tackles on the season. 8 of those are for loss. Bryce Byers, 27 tackles, 7 for loss. And then Ty Cherry, he's played in multiple roles, but he's landed on that line the last several games.
Yeah, he made some big plays last week. I know the coaches are wanting him to be more consistent with his reads and what he does with his body and positioning and some things. But that group has done really well this year. They've played with a lot of heart, and that's their game. They're going to play with heart and speed and anticipation. They're not the biggest group, but they play really well.
Yeah, and so full disclosure, as we talk about the starters from linebacker onto our secondary, it's a little bit different defense. They've had to make some adjustments with Gavin being out there, having to compensate for some things, and so this is a little swirly for me.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away, but talking to Coach, they're definitely going to switch some things up. Got some guys in some new roles, moving around a little bit. With Gavin being out, they feel like perhaps a different setup or lineup is a better fit for what not only Cushing does, but what we have, if you will.
So Ashton will play, and what's interesting is it's cutting is kind of what gets him.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to see Ashton more on the field as a defender, either maybe in the secondary, maybe as one of those linebackers. Landon Roach kind of plays in a hybrid. Sometimes you'll see him sneak up on the line, still plays as a linebacker. Tyler Stovall, 35 tackles, 7 for loss. Max Becker leads the team, 106 tackles, and 10 of those have been for loss. And then in the backfield is where we'll see just see more probably back there in that type role. So you've got Garrett Salt, 50 tackles on the season. Maddox Davilovich has only played through 5 games. And then Sam Hogue with 35 tackles, 1 interception, and 89-yard pick 6 back early in this season. So when we get back, we are going to recognize our seniors, Kevin. We're just a few moments away from that. And so that's our starting lineup for tonight. And, man, I'm ready.
I am too. I know the kids are ready. Talked to them. Obviously, I didn't get to see them in the hall today. It was a remote learning day, but talked to them all week. They feel good. They didn't come back with kind of their heads down, if you will. And again, I say that's a testament to the coaching staff. They feel like they could have made some plays, and last week's game would have went a little bit better. And let's hope that happens tonight.
Yep. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we got more to talk about. This is the Mustang Tailgate Show.
There is a road laid out for me.
Boxes everywhere. And this is going to be Addie's room.
I am blind.
I think you're really going to like it. I hope so.
Yeah.
I know this road is there for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Ways down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
I got this.
I know this road is there for me.
Okay.
If I'm really free, take me down to the river and wash me.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Welcome back to the Mustang Tailgate Show. Brett Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue. Blake is MIA, special assignment, saving lives, being a superhero.
Yeah, he is. Doing what he does.
Doing what he does.
I know he wants to be here. We were hoping to get Mr. Jackson to kind of step up in his role. He is cutting fish.
Yeah, because
85 gallons of fish because our famous fish fries tomorrow night. So if you don't have any plans tomorrow, come on out. You can buy a ticket at the door. Some great food. I know they have some great auction items. It's a lot of fun.
And it's indoor.
It is indoor.
Not outdoor.
It's in the heated arena. It'll be awesome in there. Definitely if you've never been. But also, you don't even have to get out of your car. If it's cold and rainy, you don't want to get out, they'll have a drive-thru.
Yeah.
You literally pull up, pay, or show your ticket, and they'll run it out to you.
Absolutely. We're in just a few moments. We're going to go talk a little bit about our seniors that we're going to recognize. But first, Kevin, let's talk a little bit about who you got. Like, who are you expecting tonight to have a big game for the Mustangs?
I'm going with who I need to have a big game, okay?
Yeah, there you go. And you can do that.
The offensive line. I couldn't just go with one person. I think we've been somewhat inconsistent passing the ball, and that's a myriad of reasons why. We really hang our hat on the running game.
Yeah.
And we need that to be a staple. We need to get 4, 5, 6 yards at a time, especially on first down, stay on track. Our defense has been playing really well when we haven't been on the field for 40 minutes. So if we can do a better job of staying on track and sustaining drives, even if we don't score, just sustaining drives and flipping the field position with our offensive line.
That kind of time of possession, too. You control the pace of the game.
1,000%. It just wears on you more to play defense. So
well, I was unable to make the trip last week to Miami. I have a diet plan. I don't recommend it. Like, I've lost about 7 pounds because Montezuma's revenge or something like that.
We kept all your secrets. We didn't mention that one time.
I know, HIPAA violations, right? So,
on the broadcast.
No, it's killing me not to be there because Miami's one of my favorite road trips. They do, Chad and his team do a great job of hosting us. But my guy last week is my same guy this week, and I'm going to go with Sam Hogue. 35 tackles on the season, has an interception. Boy, it'd be great to pick one tonight as well.
He has 2 interceptions.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah,
okay.
He needs to have about 2 tonight. How about that?
Yeah, the reason I picked him is he does the PATs. He's perfect on the season and hasn't missed one. And so if the kicking game comes in late, Sam's got a great leg for that. And so he's my who you got tonight, I think, defensively. But I also think in terms of the special teams, I think he could.
Hopefully in the kicking game we can get on the board maybe with a field goal. I think they're going to ask him to do some different things this week. We kind of alluded to it with the defense and maybe some restructuring of what we do. He's moving to a new position. I know he stayed really late this week watching film, so hopefully he can have a big night.
Yeah, so let's talk real quick about what the Mustangs need to do tonight in order to win. You mentioned that fast start, kind of the keys to the game.
I think we got to get off to a fast start. We've kind of seen both sides of that coin. We've got off to good fast starts, and we've got up to some of those really slow starts, got behind, and it's just hard for us to catch up. So I think we got to get off to a fast start, and that could be 0-0 at the first quarter. It just means don't get behind severely. Don't put yourself in a bad situation. And also limit penalties. That's been a big story all year. Penalties, untimely penalties. They set a goal every year at 3, or every game at 3, and we're 5, 6, 7 every
we're
game.
averaging 7.6 penalties a game, and we're penalized about 65. Those are free yards. So we had 7 penalties last week.
Yeah, we had a penalty last game that put 4 more points on the board.
My grandma said.
Well, that was a real penalty, so I'll say that. But, yeah, we had a penalty, and they, roughing the kicker, so they took 3 off the board and ended up punching it in.
And that truly was a mistake. I mean, our kid fessed up, and, he wasn't supposed to go, and he did, and so forth.
They're kids. They're kids.
Yeah, the other thing that I'm going to say is capitalize for us on big plays. If you can catch their defense looking, if the passing game can be effective, so capitalize for us on big plays and minimize theirs.
I think they could be big. You think back to last week, the second play of the game on offense.
That's right.
The defender, we run a double move. He falls down. That's how good Jax ran that route. He falls down. We walk in. You could have scored on the touchdown, even in the condition you were in. Man. And we miss him. Yeah. We can't do that tonight.
Yep. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you're going to join in with the stadium, and we're going to celebrate an incredible graduating class. This is the Mustang Tailgate Show.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
High school careers. Our students take center stage one last time, and their dedication and hard work shine brightly for all to see. It is our privilege to introduce each senior one by one, along with their parents and guardians who've been there every step of the way, supporting, cheering, and guiding them. Each senior has left an indelible mark on our school and community, and tonight we acknowledge their achievements both on and off the field. To the parents, families, and friends who've supported these students throughout their high school career, we say thank you. Your encouragement and unwavering support have been instrumental in their success, is what makes the Mustang family and tradition like none other. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we present to you the graduating class of 2024. Our next graduating senior is Talon Clyde. Talon's the daughter of Patty and TJ Clyde and has attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's participated in track for 2 years, swimming for 2 years, tennis for a year, girls basketball manager for a year, FCCLA for 1 year, and cheer for 11 years. After high school, she plans to get her real estate license. She would like to thank her parents and family for always encouraging her to be her best. She would like to thank her competitive cheer coaches for shaping her into the strong, fearless person she is today. She would also like to thank her sister for spending all of her money and time on her hair. And she'd like to thank her best friends and cheer team for giving her a lifetime of memories. Lastly, she would like to thank God for guiding her through her high school experience. Mustang senior Talon Clyde. Our next senior is Emily Kofeld. Emily's the daughter of Nikki and Roger Eaton, has attended Oologah schools for 10 years. She's participated in debate for 3 years, FCCLA for 2 years, Quality Club for 3 years, cheer manager and mascot for 2 years. She plans to attend college and earn a bachelor's degree in public policy. She would like to thank her parents, coaches, and advisors, and her peers. Mustang senior, Emily Kofel. Our next senior is Natalie Davis. Natalie's the daughter of Josh and Becky Davis and attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's participated in cheerleading for 12 years, where she's been the varsity cheer captain for 2 years, yearbook for 2 years, FCCLA for 2 years, aviation club for 2 years, and student council for 1 year. She plans to go to college and earn a degree in social media marketing. She would like to thank her parents, grandparents, sister, and friends for always supporting her, her cheer coach and team for believing in her, and God for blessing her with all these amazing opportunities. Mustang senior, Natalie Davis. Our next senior is Samantha Mayfield. Samantha's the daughter of Shane and Shauna Mayfield. She's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's been active in cheer for 8 years, wrestling for 3 years, and track for 5 years. She plans to attend Rogers State University and study nursing, and go to college into pediatrics. She would like to thank her parents for pushing her to be her best, and believing in her, her family for cheering her on in everything she does, her church family for always helping her, being by her side, and her best friends and boyfriend for always listening and caring. To her coaches throughout the years who shaped her into the athlete she is today, giving her the amazing relationships with her teammates. Most importantly, she'd like to thank God for pushing her through the hardships of life and getting her where she is today. She's grateful to everything everyone has given her. Mustang senior, Samantha Mayfield. Our next senior is Jaden Standiford. Jaden's the daughter of Levi and Treasure Standiford, has attended Oologah schools for 7 years. She's participated in softball for 4 years, cheer for 1 year, basketball for a year, FCA for 4 years, NHS for 2 years, and Mustang 300 for 4 years. Jaden's committed to Pittsburgh State University in Pittsburgh, Kansas, where she's received a scholarship to continue her education and softball career at the next level. Along with getting to play the best sport in the world, she'll be working towards her goals in the physical therapy field. Jaden would like to thank her parents, who supported her in every aspect of her life, never letting her down, always encouraging her, showing her what true success looks like. Thanks to her sisters, who've always come to her defense, and a very special thank you to grandparents and great-grandparents for your unwavering support. A big shout out to all the coaches for the time and effort spent. It's very much appreciated. A shout out to her teammates and friends for pushing her to be her best. Most of all, she wants to thank God for the blessings she's received, for the guidance that she's been shown in the future He's planned for her. She loves you all very much. Mustang senior, Jaden Standiford. Our first senior tonight, representing football, Max Becker. Max is the son of Robin Wilmot and Scott Becker. Max has attended Oologah for 12 years. Max has attended Oologah schools for 12 years. He's participated in wrestling for 12 years, football for 9 years, and soccer for 2 years. He plans to attend college to become an athletic trainer. He would like to thank his family, teammates, and coaches. Mustang senior, Max Becker. Our next senior is Jackson Burchett. Jackson is the son of Dax and Angie Burchett and Amber and Robert Ledbetter. He's attended Oologah for 11 years and is a third-generation Mustang to play football at Oologah-Talala High School. He's participated in football for 6 years, baseball for 6 years, basketball for 4 years, NHS for 2 years, and FCA for 2 years. He plans to attend college and further his academic and athletic career. He would like to thank his family, coach, friends, and Jaden for always being by his side, pushing him to be the best that he can be. He'd like to give a special thanks to his pop and Grandpa Cole for being his hero, and always making him laugh and wanting to talk sports and telling him how handsome he is. Mustang senior, Jackson Burchett. Our next senior is Ty Cherry. Ty is the son of Kim Cherry and has attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 7 years and track for 5 years. He plans to further his education at OSU IT. We'd like to say a special thanks to his mom, teachers, and coaches. Mustang senior, Ty Cherry. Our next senior is Garen Dobbins. Garen is the son of Paul and Amy Dobbins and has attended Oologah schools for 10 years. He's participated in football for 8 years and swim for 4 years. He plans to attend college and earn a bachelor's degree in aviation management to become a commercial pilot. We'd like to thank his faith, as well as his parents and sister, for always being there to support him. Mustang senior Garen Dobbins. Our next graduating senior is Brady Evans. Brady is the son of Cindy Townsend and Michael Evans. He's attended Oologah schools for 13 years. He's participated in football for 8 years, basketball for 9 years, and baseball for 7 years. He plans to attend Rogers State University and begin a family. He would like to say a special thank you to his Papa Tim, girlfriend Bridget, and cousin Connor. Mustang senior Brady Evans. Our next graduating senior is Jackson Gill. Jackson is the son of Bobby Gutel and Matthew Gill. He's attended Oologah schools for 9 years. He's played football for 9 years, wrestling and track for 6 years. After high school, he plans to go to work. He would like to say a special thank you to his mom and dad for constantly being there for him, his sisters who've always supported him, his grandparents for molding him into the person that he is today, and he'd also like to thank his coaches for helping him along the way. And lastly, he'd like to give a special thank you to his stepdad Jason for stepping in and being there when he needed and constantly keeping a smile on their faces. Mustang senior Jackson Gibb. Our next senior, Kaiser Kilpatrick. Kaiser's the son of Tim and Jennifer Kilpatrick and has attended Oologah schools for 7 years. He's participated in football for 6 years and wrestling for 6 years. After high school, he plans to work in the electrical field. He would like to thank God, his mom and dad for always supporting him, and also give a special thanks to his son Barrett for being the light of his world. Mustang senior Kaiser Kilpatrick. Our next senior, Dylan Murphy. Dylan is the son of Ryan and Crystal Murphy. He's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 5 years, played lacrosse for 9 years, been active in the Association of Student Geniuses in physics. After high school, he plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in pre-med biology. He would like to thank his dad for being a great role model and mentor in his life, and mom for always being by his side and supporting him. Mustang senior Dylan Murphy. Our next senior is Gavin Shondell. Gavin is the son of Ashley Harper and Josh Shondell. He's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 12 years and wrestling for 9. After high school, he plans to go to college and eventually earn a master's degree. He would like to thank all of his family for always being there throughout his life. He would also like to thank his coaches for encouraging him to be a better person. Mustang senior Gavin Shondell. Our next senior is Braden Stovall. Braden is the son of Brian and Nikki Stovall and has attended Oologah schools for 9 years. He participated in football for 9 years, FFA for 5 years. After high school, he plans to attend OSU IT. He would like to thank his parents for always being there and supporting him through everything he does. Mustang senior Braden Stovall. Our next senior is Preston Stovall. Preston is the son of Brian and Nikki Stovall and has attended Oologah for 9 years. He's participated in band for 7 years. He plans to attend college and pursue a career in medicine. He would like to thank his parents, brothers, friends, and extended family for their never-ending support both academically and extracurricularly. Mustang senior Preston Stovall. Our next senior is Tyler Stovall. Tyler's the son of Brian and Nicole Stovall and has attended Oologah schools for 9 years. He's participated in football for 9 years and baseball for 6 years. He plans to further his education at OSU IT to become a power plant systems operator. We'd like to thank his parents and friends for always pushing him to be his best. Mustang senior Tyler Stovall. Our next senior is Ashton Wright. Ashton is the son of April Malloy and Rick Wright. He's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. Participated in football for 9 years, soccer for 4 years, and track for 7 years. After high school, he plans to attend college and earn a bachelor's degree. We'd like to thank his mother for always being there to support him through everything, and his dad and stepmom for always encouraging him to do whatever he feels passionate about. Mustang senior Ashton Wright. Our next senior is Mackenzie Wagner. Mackenzie's the daughter of Darren and Brandy Wagner and has attended Oologah for 4 years. She's been involved in student council for 3 years, leadership for 3 years, select choir for 3 years, where she served as an officer for the past 2 years, FCCLA for 3 years, also serving as an officer for the past 2 years. She's been a football trainer for 4 years, girls basketball trainer for a year, and girls wrestling trainer for a year. After high school, she plans to attend college and continue a career involving sports. Thank you to her parents and Nana and Papa. Thank you for always supporting and cheering her on in everything she does. She wouldn't be where she is without you. An extra special thank you to her best friend Taylor for always giving her a good laugh, being a good shoulder to cry on, and making her smile. To Pay, her partner in crime, the biggest supporter and the one who deals with the attitude the most. Lastly, thank you to the Oologah football team for giving her the best 4 years she could ask for. Mustang senior Mackenzie Wagner. Our next senior is William Eaton. Will's the son of Scott and Tiffany Eaton and has attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in soccer for 4 years, band for 7 years, and jazz band for 3 years. He plans to get a degree in business finance and become a financial planner. He would like to thank his friends and family and girlfriend Rayleigh for always being there to help him through everything. Mustang senior William Eaton. Our next senior is Jacob Harrington. Jacob's the son of Nathan and Ashley Harrington and has attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in band for 7 years and jazz band for 6 years. He plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study public law. We'd like to thank his parents for always loving and supporting him and giving him the tough love he needed. We'd also like to thank Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for enabling him to pursue the enjoyment of music and giving him countless unforgettable memories. Last but not least, he'd like to thank all of his friends for being with him throughout all these years. Mustang senior Jacob Harrington. Our next senior is Rayleigh Hopwood. Rayleigh's the daughter of Zach and Stephanie Taylor and Bucky Hopwood. She's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's participated in band for 7 years. She plans to attend Northeastern State University to pursue a degree in psychology. She would like to thank her family, Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, for being her biggest supporters, the trumpet trio for the endless laughs, to Will and Chloe for always being there for her. Mustang senior Rayleigh Hopwood. Our next Mustang senior is Rayleigh Jones. Rayleigh's a daughter of Paul Wilson and has attended Oologah schools for 14 years, participated in band for 7 years. She plans to study interior design and cosmetology. She would like to thank her grandfather and grandmother for teaching her how to be a human, her siblings for always protecting her, Keisha Fiddler for leading her through the teen years, the Gaskins family, and Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for teaching her everything she knows about music. Mustang senior Rayleigh Jones. Our next senior is Caden Coco Petty. Caden's the son of Ron Petty and Brandy Coco Petty. He's attended Oologah schools for 3 years. Caden's been involved in marching and jazz band for the past 3 years. Plans to attend college and earn a chemical engineering degree. He would like to thank his parents, grandparents, and all of his friends and family that have helped him through this thing we call life. Mustang senior Caden Coco Petty. Our next Mustang senior is Daniel Laura. Daniel's the son of George and Heather Laura. He's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. He's participated in band for 7 years, soccer for 4 years, jazz band for 3 years, and swimming for 1 year. He plans to attend Oklahoma State University to earn a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. He would like to thank his parents, friends, teachers, and God for being there throughout his high school years and always helping him along the way. Without them, he wouldn't be where he is today. Mustang senior Daniel Laura. Our next Mustang senior, Destiny Leach. Destiny's the daughter of Travis Underwood and Brandy Leach. She's attended Oologah schools for 8 years. She's participated in FCCLA for 2 years and band for 7 years. She plans to attend Northeastern State University for elementary education and become an elementary school teacher. She would like to thank all of her old and new friends and family who've taken the time to truly get to know her and giving her everything she's needed to be herself. She'd also like to thank her teachers who dedicated their personal time into the upbringing of these amazing activities she's been able to participate in. Mustang senior, Destiny Leach. Our next graduating senior is Katie McClish. Katie's the daughter of Jenny and Tanya McClish and attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's participated in band for 7 years and jazz band for 3 years. After high school, she plans to go to college to become a radiologist. First of all, she'd like to thank God for none of this would be possible. She'd also like to thank her parents for always being there. And lastly, she'd like to thank Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for making band memorable. High school senior, Katie McClish. Our next Mustang senior is Mia Newman. Mia is the daughter of Randy and Tina Newman, who's attended Oologah schools for 2 years. She's been involved with FFA for 2 years, winter guard for 2 years, color guard for 1 year, and the Mustang 300 for 2 years. She plans to attend Oklahoma State University and hopefully become a large animal veterinarian and specialize in equine rehabilitation. She would like to thank her parents, sister, and grandparents. They've always supported her and pushed her to be her very best. Mustang senior, Mia Newman. Our next Mustang senior is Penny Riffle. Penny's the daughter of Ryan and Lacey Riffle, and has attended Oologah schools for 8 years. She participated in volleyball for 2 years. Mustang senior, Elizabeth Shartnack. Our next Mustang senior is Emily Utter. Emily's the daughter of George and Christy Utter, and attended Oologah schools for 13 years. She's been in band for 7 years. After high school, she plans to attend Northeastern State University and study early childhood education to become a teacher. She would like to thank her parents for supporting her in everything she does and raising her to become the person she is today. Her sisters for being her best friends since day one. And finally, her band directors and band members for giving her the additional family to be a part of. Mustang senior, Emily Utter. Our next graduating senior is Tiffany Van Dyne. Tiffany's the daughter of Brandon and Jennifer Van Dyne. She's attended Oologah schools for 8 years and been a part of band for 7 years. After high school, she plans to go to Virginia for college to get a business degree and get her cosmetology license. She'd like to thank her parents and grandparents for always being there and supporting her dreams. She would like to thank her band family for helping her to make the memories she has and many more to come. And a special thank you to Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for helping her through the rough patches in her journey and never making her feel out of place. And Mark, her big brother, thanks for being her #1 fan and supporting her through everything. Mustang senior, Tiffany Van Dyne. Our last senior tonight to be recognized is senior Kimberly Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the class of 2024 and their families.
And this is when love is turned to memories. And this is when the future is what we see. And this is when tonight becomes a masterpiece. And this is when the love is turned to memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your attention. Red Friday began as an email chain in 2005. It was a grassroots movement that promoted solidarity and supported our troops in the wake of 9/11 attacks and their service in the global war on terrorism. Wearing red is a silent symbol of support. Its message is not tainted by or affiliated with political parties, agendas, or opinions. On Fridays, we simply wear red and remember everyone deployed and their ongoing efforts to defend our freedoms as Americans. Rocking Cactus Designs began partnering with Oklahoma's local community and other state leaders to pave the way for a national official Red Friday movement after their son joined the United States Marine Corps in 2017. They are honored for their opportunity to be part of our Friday Night Lights, and thank you for wearing red tonight to help spread awareness and support for those whose sacrifices make nights like tonight possible for all Americans. If you are a veteran, reserve, or active duty service member, would you please stand and allow your community the opportunity to acknowledge and thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for your service. God bless you, and God bless America. For more information about supporting the Red Movement, please visit the website, rockingcactusdesigns.com. Thank you, Oologah, for your continued support for our heroes. At this time, would you please rise as we recognize a moment of silence, and if you choose, reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activities. Please be respectful of others during this moment of silence. Please remain standing as we honor those who are currently serving and those who have served.
I'm just trying to be a father, raise a daughter and a son, be a lover to their mother, everything to everyone, up and at 'em bright and early, I'm all business in my suit. Yeah, I'm dressed up for success, from my head down to my boots. I don't do it for the money, there's bills that I can't pay. I don't do it for the glory, I just do it anyway. Providing for our futures, my responsibility. Yeah, I'm real good under pressure, being all that I can be. I can't call in sick on Mondays when the weekend's been too strong. I just work straight through the holidays, sometimes all night long. You can bet that I stand ready when the wolf growls at the door. Hey, I'm solid, hey, I'm steady, hey, I'm true down to the core. And I will always do my duty, no matter what the price. I've counted up.
And now our national anthem will be performed by the Oologah Stallion Battalion Marching Band.
is our national anthem on a beautiful Friday night. Quite chilly here at Mustang Stadium. Kevin, what a great night to recognize all of our graduating seniors, from band to cheerleader to the managers, and just a great night.
Yeah, we had almost 40 seniors out there tonight. We had some cross country, just fun to memorize or to commemorate them. It's a fun night to do the red night, which is remember everyone deployed. We wear red on Fridays. The student section is doing kind of their own thing. It's our only home game before Halloween, so they get some Halloween costumes. Just a fun week, fun night for all involved.
It's that final home game of the series. And, Kevin, I mean, it felt like I blinked twice since September, and here we are with we just got 2 games to go, and this one's the last one here in our own seats.
Yeah, it goes super quick. I know we just had the end of the 9 weeks a couple of weeks ago. We're in week 9 here as far as football, and like you said, I can remember setting up for the first game, being here. It's crazy how fast it goes. 10 games goes super quick, blink of an eye.
Kind of see out on the field our honorary captains tonight. Our seniors are a couple of steps back, but the rest of the captains are out there ready for the coin toss. You got Mr. Burchett out there representing the Mustangs. You've got Ty Cherry, Ashton Wright, and then on the far right there you can see Tyler Stovall, the Mustang selected captains for this evening. So anxious to watch and see how they do that. Man, you got things going on everywhere, from bands and the spirit line getting there to parents getting back up in the stand to motorcycles. And there's a lot going on that final Friday night, which is senior night.
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Gets a lot of people here on a cold night. It's cool. You know, it's a new tradition. We've done this the last few years as far as the red. Remember everyone deployed. I think Brady Despain started that when he was our athletic director, and it's cool to continue that tradition tonight.
Yeah, big thanks to some of our great sponsors like American Bus, providing transportation from 9 to 90. Advanced Orthopedics, trusted for their experience, but they're chosen for their care in raising canes. Man, they're a fantastic partner. They're known for their chicken finger brand, but they also have a focus on community involvement, and we appreciate them. As the clock is set at 12, and we are set ready to get this game rolling, as the teams will take the field pretty soon. Kevin, I quite frankly wasn't even watching.
I got it. So Cushing won the toss and deferred.
Okay.
So we will be receiving, and we'll be going from right to left on your screen, which is into a really stiff wind. I don't know, it's probably 14 to 15 miles an hour. The wind will be a big factor, especially in the kicking game. You know, I would suspect, I didn't see the kicker warming up, he'll be able to kick this in the end zone, and then going into the wind, you're not going to be able nearly to do that. So the wind will play a factor for sure tonight.
Haven't seen a lot of Cushing. Won't see him much longer either, because about every 2 years they kind of reshuffle the deck. And so, anyway, I'm Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue tonight. And Blake Salt. We're going to take one really quick timeout before kickoff. And when we come back, we'll get this ball game started. This is the Mustang Tailgate Show.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium for senior night. Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue and the entire Mustang broadcast crew. Jason Streeter is the one that punches all the buttons and makes us look good. Here come the Mustangs as they head out on the field, obviously carrying the flags of our armed services tonight. It is Red Night, where we remember everyone deployed. The Mustangs kind of in a unique look, kind of a blue top, white pants, gold helmet, and of course accented with some red here and there.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, the seniors get to pick. They kind of have a meeting every week and pick. This is a different look. They wanted to go for something a little bit different here on senior night. I think it's a good look, and always classic gold helmet on top.
Want to thank some of our great sponsors like Armstrong Bank, working right along beside you more than 100 years. Edward Jones Investments, Kent Jensen, also the voice of the Mustangs. You'll hear him in the stadium. And then All Smiles Dental, quality and affordable dental care right here at home. Well, Kevin, some final thoughts before we get this one underway. I think the Mustangs are going to have to play a really good game tonight. You're going to have to minimize those mistakes, penalties, and you're going to play a great ball game tonight.
100%. I don't think we're going to be able to not play our best and come out with a victory tonight. But our best is in the tank. We have that ability. We've seen spurts where the offense has played amazing, the defense has played amazing. We just need to put it all together tonight.
I think it's important to win the turnover battle, too. Don't give up. And you can't afford, really, to even have some turnovers. You have so few possessions that to do with, and so Mustangs need to take care of the ball. The problem is it's coldest game of the year that we've played so far, so your fingers get cold. A lot of these guys may wear gloves, so on and so forth, but man, when you're cold, your muscles just tend to tense up a little bit. And here we go. We're going to get this thing underway as Cushing will kick it away.
Jaden Tanner takes it. Good starting field position for the Mustangs. Looks like about the 38.
Yeah.
Jaden Tanner on the return for the Mustang kickoff return team. For snacks and drinks, visit the concession stand, support the quarterback club, and band boosters.
Mustang offense gets their opportunity now to step out on the field for the first time. One of the things about tonight, we actually have a mic'd up umpire, so he'll be able to communicate and kind of indicate what those calls are. Mustangs come out with 3 receivers to the far side. Cushing shows blitz, brings blitz. Handoff goes up the middle, gain of about 2 yards.
You can see right away Stovall with the ball in the carry. RB1 tonight. Be interested to see just how many carries Ashton can handle tonight.
He will carry most of the duties tonight. Ashton is playing. We probably more expect to see him on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Brad going to roll to his right a little bit. Being chased. Going to get rid of it.
Oh, had an opportunity. That's a dangerous throw. Would have liked to seen our outside receiver there work back to the ball. When he starts rolling out and you get in that 40, 50 yards, you're not going to be able to throw it that far. That's when you plant your foot and you come back to help your quarterback. If he would have done that, I think we would have been able to hit a big play along their sideline.
Yeah, guy was streaking, had some space with the guy that was behind him, but he had to stop to get that. So 3rd down and long, not necessarily a situation the Mustangs want to be in tonight, because when you're there, you're predictable passing. And the Mustangs are going to have to be prolific in that passing game tonight. That's on both sides, on the quarterback, on the receiver, on the offensive line. You've got to give him time to just protect him a little bit. So Cushing kind of swapped some personnel, brought a guy over to this receiver here.
Yeah, they're going to jam him.
Yeah, Mustangs got to delay a game. Just couldn't get it off.
It seemed like we had time.
Play a game. 5 yards. Repeat 3rd down.
So now you're behind the sticks, if you will, so it's 3rd down and long.
Yeah, a little discombobulated there. You'd like to see them get off. We were up at the line. Almost looked like they jumped, and they flexed the guy out here to kind of do bump and run on Jax, which I don't blame him there. And we didn't snap the ball. I don't know.
All right, so here we go. 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Mustang offense. Pass on the right side. Tunison, I believe, was the receiver.
Yeah, and you always have to run some of those underneath routes. You try to draw some coverage. Everyone wonders why. Why'd you throw a 4-yard pass on 3rd and 12?
All right, so the punting team will come on. First possession didn't get much, stalled out. Penalty put you behind the chains. And so Mustangs, with their first opportunity tonight, will punt it away.
You've seen a little wrinkle out of us the last several weeks on the kicking game. This is another example of that. Kind of a swinging gate look here. Snap is back. Jax gets it. It's a low one.
It's just going to stall out. Yeah. Not taking a bounce either way, so brought down 35-yard line.
You're hoping to get a little bounce there with that low kick. They didn't put anybody back because of our formation. They weren't really sure what to do. But into that stiff wind, it just would not take a roll for us. Not terrible field position, though. They're going to start on the 35. They are downwind. I think it would be big if we could come out and get a 3-and-out here.
Yeah. Mustang defense has kind of been the strength of this team for the season. They're excited tonight to have their opportunity to prove their worth, if you will. 10:31 left to play in the first quarter.
Nice job
quarterback
there.
Keeper.
Yeah. Bryce Byers, kind of a fake pitch, and he takes it right up the middle, and he runs into the big, long arms of Bryce Byers. Great job there, using that length and his explosiveness to make a play.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. They've made the road trip tonight to Mustang Stadium here.
Empty backfield. They're going to go 5 wide. You're going to see that a lot tonight out of them.
They're going to want to throw it. They're going to act like they're the NFL. Play somewhat in a Spread kind of a screen off to the side.
Good job there to rally and make a tackle, and that's what's going to have to happen tonight. You're going to have to rally up and make a tackle. Good job there.
Maddox DeVillibus, I think, stopped and kind of slowed him down.
Yeah.
And a couple of other guys got there, so no gain on the play.
Maddox did a great job recognizing that. They do a lot of that. They throw it side to side. They're going to try to throw it down the field too, but this would be big for the Mustangs to get a 3 and out here.
So 3rd down and 10 coming up for Cushing.
See the Mustang secondary communicating here. He's going to take a deep drop. No one there.
How
Oh,
about
picked off.
that? Picked off from the Mustang defense. Number 20, Brady Evans. You got to do it. You got to win the turnover battle, and that's how you start.
Great job. That's that young man's 2nd pick of the year. He picked one at Catoosa and took it all the way back. And the Mustang defense was aggressive and stifling. There was no one open. The only thing that was completed was a backwards pass, really. Great job setting the tone by Coach Wagner and the Mustang defense.
3 down linemen, but they were able to get pressure on the quarterback and make him make a throw he didn't necessarily want to. Brady was reading the quarterback's eyes, got the pick. The Mustangs will take over on the plus 44. Screen outside Jackson Burchett.
It also might have been an instance. It is easier to throw downwind, but sometimes the wind can get under the ball and carry it deep. It definitely looked like that ball floated on him a little bit.
Gain of about 4, going to bring up 2nd down and 6. This possession already been more productive than their first time out.
I think Coach Wagner and the Mustangs are going to be okay with kind of a rock fight, as he calls it, like a 15-14 type game like Cushing had with the Wagner Bulldogs.
Oh, he had a little bit of
like
a
a
seam
forward
there,
pass.
but yeah. Guy from the far side is going to say no gain on the play.
Rolling on the field, an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Second.
The arm went forward, and I think that's you'll see quarterback lick his finger some. I think that's when your hands are dry and cold.
Yeah.
But, man, I think we had a chance to hit a touchdown down the field, and he goes forward, and the ball just falls out of his hand.
Something frozen to it. It's not freezing, but it's definitely a chilly night. So 3rd down, 6 coming up for this Mustang offense.
I think important to get a 1st down here, get some confidence. That fast start you're talking about, we don't need to have 2 possessions without a 1st down.
Right. Screen pass to the far side. Not much there. Only a
too
gain
much
of a
kind of
couple.
pitter-patter. You got to catch that screen, and you got to get upfield.
Braxton Davis, the receiver, gain of 2.
I think you're going to see us go for it here. It's ball's on the 37. When we punted earlier, they got it on the 35, so there wouldn't be much difference. But I know me and our show engineer, Jason Streeter, talked last week. There's no more big momentum play than a 4th down play. If you get it, you get some momentum. But if they stop you, man, they get some momentum. So important for the Mustangs to convert here on 4th and 3.
Definitely in that go-for-it type range.
Oh, he fell down. The receiver fell down out of his break, and we should have adjusted and probably went to a different guy.
Turnover on downs.
And again, those are just the ones that just take your breath away, right? I mean, even though they're only getting the ball on the 37, it's just such a momentum swing. Seemed like maybe we had our mind made up where we wanted to go with the ball there, and he fell down.
The Mustangs weren't able to make much happen out of that incomplete pass. I mean, excuse me, the turnover, the interception. And so they'll turn over on downs. All right, Mustang defense back on the field.
Kind of a low snap.
Handoff, got hammered as he kind of turned around the corner, but he picked up about 3.
Good job there by Ashton, right? Kind of getting contact first. I didn't see who laid the big hit, but it was a nice one.
I think Jaden Tanner played a huge part in helping him slow down, so the rest of the guys could bring him down. 2nd down, 7 coming up. Mustangs show a blitz.
Draws back to pass.
Pass incomplete on the right side, brings up 3rd down situation.
Yeah, that's the second ball he's had kind of sail on him. That's a big, tall receiver, number 2, Lane Wood. And he had the jump, and it just kind of went through his hands.
Braxton Davis being tended to down on the sideline for the Mustangs, but it looks like he'll stretch it off. Mustangs pretty thin tonight. Need all your guys to stay healthy through 4.
Big 3rd down here.
Coco Petty.
Big shot in the arm for the defense so they can get off the field again. They're going to throw short. Got to rally up and make a tackle. Maybe a block in the back. Oh, big hit there.
Big hit. And there comes a flag from the backside, so they may call that as a block in the back. Brady Evans probably be credited with the tackle there. Depending on how the penalty plays out, not enough for a first down.
Katie Newton. Skylar Robinson.
He's throwing it to the area where the block occurred. I think they're going. I think that's going to go in our favor, and I think you're going to decline that.
Samantha Mayfield.
Bring him a fourth down situation.
So the reason they throw the flag to the spot is it's a spot foul, so it would be 10 yards from the spot.
And Piper Morton, the assistant coach, is Chelsea.
Officials waiting for his opportunity.
Brandy Wagner.
We're not.
There's a foul. There we go. Offense. 15-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Okay, you are going to take it.
15-yard personal foul. So we're going to take that, I think, because instead of 4th and 2, it's 4th and 17.
Yeah, that's a
third and 17.
17, right.
Goes to the Mustang favor.
It's going to back them up considerably behind the chains. Ball spotted down at the 27-yard line.
Third and about 20. Ball low snap. Quarterback keeper.
Nothing doing.
Good job, Max Becker.
Max Becker going to stop that.
Number 40 for the Mustang defense, Maxim Becker.
That gamble paid off. You went from 4th and 2 to 4th and 20. That's 18 yards of potential field position.
Curious why they didn't throw it there.
Yeah.
Maybe that they could.
Interesting call there. They've sailed a few high. You saw him behind the chains. Maybe they didn't want to risk another turnover. They wanted to punt it away. That's a good punt. He should have room to roam.
Jack's got a little bit of opportunity here. If they can get some speed going.
We got a penalty.
Coming in, DeVillibus back there trying to help, but that.
And that's going to be about a 35-yard penalty.
Ouch.
Instead of getting the ball at the 49, it's going to be at least 10 yards from the 32. So you're looking at a 27-yard penalty, if my math serves me right.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah. 27-yard penalty there, Brent. And we did not need that. He didn't need that block in the back.
Man, we talked about that in pregame. Minimize the mistakes, minimize the penalties.
Those are the crushers. The defense playing great, forcing 3 and outs, turnovers, flipping the field, and then you get a 27-yard penalty.
Yeah, so the ball spotted down at the 22-yard line. Manny in motion.
Didn't seem to fool anybody. Not much room there on the right side.
Yeah, I just don't know that the hole opened up for him.
Yeah, he'd be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs.
Ball snap back.
A little screen play to the right side. Get on to the outside. Boy, he looked like he had an opportunity. Somebody was able to knock him out of bounds.
Yeah, some good closing speed there, but I like his vision. Put that left foot in the ground and get to the outside there. I like the quicker passing game tonight. Hopefully getting Brad some confidence, getting our receivers some confidence, but also helping out the offensive line. They're not having to hold their blocks for near as long.
Tunison on the catch for the Mustangs. Brings up a 3rd down and 3 situation with 5:44 left to play in the first quarter. A little bit high.
A little bit high into the inside, which is where the defense is coming from. Mustangs fortunate there. Both passing games, ours and theirs, a little off again tonight. Punt team going to come back out.
You almost feel like you just want to take a deep breath. Guys, just let it out. Just relax a little bit. Kind of get in the flow of the game, if you will.
Yeah, I don't want to bring it up again, but you'll see their punt returner standing about where we would have had the ball without the block in the back. That's such a killer with the wind the way it is.
couple of big penalties so far on both teams. Good punt.
Nice high punt.
Oh, it's going to take a Mustang bounce. It's going to get down about the 34-yard line. So we're just kind of playing field position. We've kind of stayed there between the 30s, if you will. So the Cushing Tigers will take over.
Yeah. Defense doing everything they can. Would have been nice there to flip the field a little bit. Not terrible field position, but 5:27 left. You'd like to grind out this first quarter and get the win in your favor with the score 0-0.
These guys are excited. It's the last time to play in front of this home crowd. Some of these guys, it's their last game to play on this field. Just calm down. You got this. You got this. Quarterback keeper there. He is dangerous.
Yeah, he's faster than last year's guy. Was a Division I quarterback.
Yeah.
He had all the arm talent. This quarterback's a little faster. Number 5, John Hilligoss, senior. Different kind of athlete. Something to keep an eye on. They've had some low snaps tonight.
Yeah.
That was a good one there, but
big hit. Big hit on the right side. Pass complete to number 7. That's Roman Tucker for the Tigers.
Sam with a big hit there. That's one. Every once a game you get one, I don't have to wrap up here. I just get to lay all the wood.
It's going to be 3rd and 1.
20 seconds on the play clock, so they've got some time to kind of take their time. What's interesting, their coach is out on the field.
3rd and 1. I'm going to hand it off up the middle.
How about that?
Let's go. We're going to get a TFL.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard. They've been the strength, Kevin, all season long. They've given you moments. Even last weekend, they gave you opportunities. This defense has been the strength, and here again, they're going to stand up tall. 4th down and 2 coming up for this Tiger offense, and we're in a fight, kind of a rock fight, if you will.
Yeah, both offenses kind of spinning their wheels. They've had a little bit better field position based on the wind and a penalty. Jack's trying to get to the outside. He's not going to get the edge, but we're going to have the ball at the 30, and that's a good job.
Gall goes what we call the minus 30, if you will. So here they go again. 4th possession for the Mustangs. 3:57 left to play in the first quarter. So we're kind of playing fast, if you will.
Had a lot of possessions. We've had some incompletions, no first downs.
I'm not showing a first down.
A lot of possessions here in the first quarter. Quick pitch. Man, there's just no one there.
Nothing there.
Quick penetration by number 22, Wyatt Heisler, junior defensive lineman for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to say a loss of 3 on that. Man, they just caught him behind the line and not much there. So 2nd down, 13 coming up for the Mustangs. Tonight is they call mass band.
Yep, junior high and high school. Do a good job.
It's kind of a fun moment for those youngsters.
Yeah, they were excited. They were out early. They were out at 4 o'clock on the field.
Pass underthrown across the middle.
Yeah, you got to be able to hit some of those routes. We want to help out the running game right now. 3rd and long again.
So Shondell was it intended for?
Correct.
Yep.
Third and long. Had a couple of these tonight.
All right. Brad looking for his guy.
Oh, he's wide
Shondell
open.
Down to the 40. Gonna sling him down to the 25-yard line. A big pitch and catch for the Mustangs. 1st down and 10.
Great job getting open. Nice recovery by number 2, Lane Wood, to make the tackle. We're going to go quick here, but that's a big 3rd and 13 conversion.
Yeah, about a 36-yard pitch and catch. Handoff going to go up the middle.
You see what that does. You get a 1st down, you hit a big pass, you're able to go fast. You have a little bit more room in the running game.
Yeah, a run of 6. Great 2nd down situation for the Mustangs. Got lots of options in front of you. Going to hand it off again. Going to get the 1st down.
Nice cut there. Back-to-back 1st downs by the Mustangs. Good crowd tonight. You can hear them. Important game. Like I said, as bad as last week felt, everything is still in our hands tonight.
Almost felt like once you got the momentum off of that big play, like the Mustang offense has just put its foot on the gas, opened some things up. Looks like
I don't see a flag
either.
Official timeout? Nope.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You know, you mentioned before the game we get this ref about once a year, and he brings his own mic, which I like.
So
he can portray what he's seeing and what's going on. I think it helps the crowd stay a little subdued.
Insider's secret. Don't tell anybody. I turned his mic down.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
It's a little hot. I turned his mic down. So.
I kind of like it. I think it helps the crowd.
I do
You're
too.
not
You know, bigger
guessing.
schools do that, and I personally like that touch. So if there's any confusion, they can clarify that. Shondell on the left side, going to get down to about the 12-yard line. Going to get a lot of that penalty yard back. Man, great play for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he did a good job. Ball was behind him. He did a good job to catch it and get upfield. You'd like to see that thrown to his left shoulder there and hit him a little bit in stride.
So, goodness, that was a gain of about 12. Second down and 3 coming up for the Mustangs. And they're going to jump offside, so that'll move it, I believe, to first down.
Encroachment. Defense. That's 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Nice.
Third first down of this possession for the Mustangs. They're going to drop the markers and go first and goal from the 5. Be important, Kevin, to finish this drive.
Yeah,
finish this drive.
First time either team's been in the red zone.
Yeah.
We're deep in the red zone. We have to convert with 7 points.
Moving the ball here in first quarter action.
Hand off up the no. Even fooled me. Pass was to the right side.
I think there's. I don't know if they'll call pass interference. I think it was holding. Maybe when the ball's in there, it looked like they had him by the shoulder. Ran one of those slants, and if you don't set up inside on the goal line and you run a slant, you're almost always open, right? You're waiting to react, and you just can't cover it.
With Braxton Davis, the intended receiver, we'll wait for the white hat. See what the call is.
They're marching off half the distance.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Defense. Half distance to the goal. First down.
It's an automatic first down?
Yep, automatic
So
first
you get
down.
your first
so
down back.
You gain 2.5 yards, and more importantly, you get another crack at it from first down. Going to go really wide top side of the screen.
Oh, Brad couldn't make him miss. No gain on the play. Actually may even lose a yard.
I don't know, that's an instance where maybe we got a little too fancy going sideways. I don't know if that's an RPO where he has the option to hand it off, but you're reading the defensive end there, and the defensive end was right in his face. So I would have liked to see us we've been running effectively on this drive, keep it on the ground, and just do a standard run, but here we are. Second goal from the 4.
10th play of the drive coming up for the Mustangs. And, Kevin, it's really, really important just to time of possession. You control the ball game when you control the ball. So, handoff around the left side, stumbles into the end zone. Stampede, touchdown.
Again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but that's what I said. Like, we're running the ball effectively. Seems like we have all the momentum. Let's not be too smart for our own good. Let's just run it down their throats. That's what we did right there, and we put 6 on the board.
Braden Stovall get credit for the touchdown. In comes our kicker, Sam Hogue. Perfect on the season so far on PATs.
I'll give a shout out to Garrett. He does a great job holding. Ball's back.
On the way. And it's good. Just like that, the Mustangs on top. 7-0. And, man, that was huge. That was huge because it just felt like our offense kept stalling out. Along the course of that drive, you had 4 first downs, 3 of those earned. One of them was actually a penalty. Then a 3-yard touchdown goes in the books for running back number 28, Braden Stovall, with 1:28 left to play in the first quarter.
Good job by the offensive line setting the tone that drive. When we did throw it, we had time, and when we ran it, we had space to run. So it tells you the offensive line is, winning that possession, if you will. 1:28 here. Only bad thing about it, I'd like to have the wind there, but we're going to kick off into the wind. I would suspect you're not going to be able to see it into the end zone. You're going to see one of those kind of high corner type kicks.
Want to make sure you give your coverage team time to get where they need to be.
I was a little surprised on theirs when they were kicking downwind. They did that kind of pooch high kick.
Yeah.
So a lot of wind tonight. I know it's died down a little since kickoff, but
a little bit of a chilly night, some brisk air on this beautiful October night. And, man, you blink twice, and here we are almost to the 1st of November.
I know. It was hard writing that next week when I was writing some plans together, but the leaves are changing. Kind of high, mid-second level.
Going to take it at the 31-yard line. Going to bounce out, get a few more yards. About a 9-yard return.
That was an instance where he kind of hid behind his wedge, if you will. We couldn't find him. We couldn't get to him.
So first down at 10 coming up for this Tiger offense. Ball spotted down at the 41-yard line. Coming up at halftime, a great conversation you don't want to miss. Excited about this one. Something
really?
Actually I've worked on for a couple of years, and you were able to get it done.
Really, I'll credit my wife for that.
Low snap, man. They made something out of nothing because literally that was kind of a botched snap, if you will, but a quarterback keeper for a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, that's one of those where the quarterback just hollers red, meaning go. Mentioned earlier, they've had some problems with the snap. He snow cone snaps it, if you will, which means he grabs the top of the ball, which has become popular with those shotgun snaps. But I think with the cold weather, like kind of like you saw with the ball in Brad's hand earlier, I think it's slipping out of his hand a little bit.
Yeah. Pressure there, screen, enough for the first down. Gain about 3 more yards.
Good play design by the Tigers there. They ran a double screen to each side. I don't know if he has the option to pick. He picked the right side, but they ran it to both sides. Had it blocked up well.
The other side of midfield. First down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. Ball spotted down at the 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side in the set, and 1 to the near side. Quarterback number 5, John Hilligoss. Kind of a dual threat guy, if you will. And there you're going to see him tuck and run, go around the left side.
Good job there, Brady Evans, setting the edge and engulfing him, not letting him get loose. I know he gained a couple. Tigers will have to go quick here to get a playoff. 17 seconds left. They're calling them over, so
yeah,
I think
they're going to be content to let that one run. So with that, we've played one. Mustangs on top by 7. Going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with the second quarter of Mustang football.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just,
only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue, the entire Mustang. I can't say entire crew. Blake Salt's not with us tonight down on the sideline. Yeah, man down. And he's kind of pretty lucky because it's kind of chilly down there. But we're glad you're along tonight. The Cushing Tigers have made the trip to senior night here at Mustang Stadium. Hit the share button if you're a social media user so folks all across the Fruited Plains can join in Mustang football. Big thanks to Burns Propane, providing propane to the greater Oologah area for more than 20 years.
Cleared it out.
Complete to the right side. A lot of space there. Was kind of open.
Good job by Maddox. Ashton forced him back to the inside, and Maddox was able to make the tackle. Going to keep it 3rd and 3. And the Mustang defense has done a great job on 3rd down tonight.
They have been suffocating. The Tigers only have 1 first down on the evening, and that was in this drive just 2 plays ago.
See a tight formation.
Found his receiver on the right side. Pass complete to number 7. That's Roman Tucker.
The secondary did a phenomenal job there. There was no one there, but he had all day. Unfortunately, we didn't get any pressure. We had a guy run off, and we don't have a guy running on. That's a math problem.
Yeah, well, we had a guy slip on that last play, so you kind of had one guy over there that kind of had to pick and choose between who he was going to cover. Going deep. Pitch and catch complete to number.
And they did what you see. So we had to run. Maddox came off. We ran on freshman number 8, Aiden Gaines, and they went immediately at him, and he just got ran by.
31-yard touchdown. Complete to number 11, Brady Matheson. Just like that, we're tied at 7s. Well, they've got to kick the PAT. My apologies.
See kind of a funky formation out of the
Mustangs. Don't know what to do with
Tigers.
that. Yeah.
Looks like we got it decently. Yeah, they're going to flex back into a kick. We had the numbers decently covered there.
Well, what's confusing is Hilligoss, who's their quarterback, is also their holder. Brock Bales be the kicker. Ball down on the way, and it's good, so we are tied at 7.
Defense shouldn't lose confidence. It's had one breakdown.
Yeah, don't get your head down. You've hung with a really good Tiger team. You've had just a couple of big plays kind of break up on you. We're tied at 7 with 11-12 left to go, and your offense last drive was, man, just hit the gas pedal. We were able to move the ball down the field. A couple of big plays kind of created some momentum. And so, again, just do what you need to do. Keep that ball in your hands, on your sideline, if you will, and you control the game when you control the ball.
Yeah, this will be our first opportunity to return into the win. Let's definitely get a return here. Downwind, they kind of did the corner kick. They kicked it to JT earlier. I would suspect they're going to do the same thing into the win.
So you've got Jackson, Sam, and Ashton that are kind of deep. I don't know that they can get the ball that deep, if you will.
I don't either.
So it's kind of the
bouncing.
second. Yeah, it's the second line of guys, if you will, that more than likely it's coming their direction.
But all three of those guys on that second line, as you call it, are on our running back room.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They can go. You just lose some blockers. Oh, real short. Real short.
Whew, he got hammered once that came to him. But good news is you've got great field position to start.
Dylan Murphy did a good job hanging on to the ball there. You probably you see Jax Burchett waving his arm like crazy, telling him, hey, fair catch that thing so you won't get rocked, my man. He did a good job, though. Wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. That was like a quasi onside kick, if you will. But great field position for the Mustangs at the 41.
Yeah, 9 yards away from midfield as that offense comes out again. All right, Mustangs going to have 3 receivers to this side of the formation. Mr. Berkshire alone on the far side. Mr. Noble's trying to get their attention. You've got 5 seconds left on the play clocks. Mustangs need to get this off, and they do. Brad's running for his life, going to set his feet. Got a guy across the middle. Oh, man.
Yeah, you can't. You're running for his life. That's not on him, but you can't just throw it up to the middle of the field there, and unfortunately they were able to make a play.
Number 11, Brady Matheson on the interception for the Tigers, and minimizing mistakes. Certainly we don't want to give them any turnovers, and here we are. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line.
Well, good news is the Mustang defense has played well tonight, and they've been put in this position enough they should know how to react. Tigers going to go to a tight stack on the high side. Nobody there, yeah.
He's got 7 defenders.
He's going to chunk it deep. Great job there by Garrett Salt to compete with a much bigger athlete.
Brock Bales, the intended receiver, incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down.
No one has a bigger heart than Garrett Salt, I promise you. I've seen him on the rest of the mat. Maddox DeVilba's back out. That is a good sign.
See Ashton Wright in there on defense.
They're going to throw it again.
Pass complete along the right side, number 2, Lane Wood.
Good coverage and good tackle there. Going to be about 5.
Yeah.
You see us when you play a single high safety, we're going to give up the hitches, if you will. You have to be a little defensive, but good job there. We've done a good job. Sam, Maddox, all the corners rallying, Ashton rallying and tackling well tonight.
They're going to bring everybody in again for kind of that tight formation, if you will. It's 3rd down and 4, so they're going to say the last one was a gain of 6.
Low snap.
Incomplete pass on the right side of number 11, Brady Matheson. 4th down situation.
4th down on the minus side of the field into the wind. They're going to have to bring the punt team out. And again, minus the 1 play, which obviously was a catastrophic play because they scored. Defense playing lights out tonight.
Guys got a little bit of pressure in there, and it felt like they had 23 blockers. And 4 guys were able to, kind of create some urgency on that play for the quarterback.
Back. Ooh, almost got a fingertip on it. Great punt into the wind. Good gravy.
Jax will fair catch that.
That was a great punt. He's a good punter. I saw him in warm-ups. He spirals it. It's just like a pass. If you can spiral it into the wind, you're going to be better off. You're going to get more distance. It's the same thing in golf. If you can hit a good golf shot, the wind affects it less. So
3 and out for the Mustang defense. Puts the offense back on the field after kind of a mistake. Fortunately, they were not able to capitalize on that, so your defense did their part. Mustangs now have their chance to come out, set some tone, and answer. 2 receivers to the side of the formation, if you will, and 1 to the far.
Going to move Wade.
Screen to Tunison on the, excuse me.
Braxton Davis.
I get Tuna and Davis mixed up a little bit. My apologies.
Tuna's 3, Braxton Davis 4. So they're close.
Pass complete for 5 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Very manageable for the Mustangs.
That's been a noticeable difference in our game plan this week so far, is that short, quick passing game. And we've got some nice chunks on 1st down.
Same formation. Move Peters again. This time, handoff. And Stovall got hit in the backfield. Loss of 4.
Can't tell if that's number 8 or 9 for Cushing, but he almost took the handoff.
Yeah, he was there.
He almost took the handoff.
Now you're in a 3rd down and long situation. Mustang's going to spread it out. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver to this side. Going to go quickly. Got 17 on the play clock. Now they'll double check, make sure it's the call Coach Noble wants to. Looking for his guy on the outside.
Nice.
Oh, he's going to stay up. Get across midfield, down to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Great job there. Brad double pumped it. They were giving him a lot of space. I know it was 3rd and long, but he was well past the sticks, and they were still another 5 or 10 yards. Great job, and then he broke the tackle on top of it.
Another big play for the Mustangs. We talked in pregame about we've got to capitalize on that. A 34-yard pitch and catch for the Mustangs. 1st down and 10. They'll go quick. Last time that was the key. Stovall pounding his way forward. Looks like a gain of 8.
And I've talked about this before. Stovall's not the biggest running back in the room, but he almost always falls forward, and that was another case of it right there.
8-yard gain. It's 2nd.
They'll go quick again. Well, they thought they were almost got Cushing to jump off sides. 8:50 left to play till halftime. Mustangs with 2 receivers far. Going to move Peters to this side of the formation. Handoff, got a gap. I love it. I love it. Gain of 8, 1st down and 10.
No one loves that more than the offensive line. Run blocking, when you physically are just dominating somebody else, there's no better feeling. Wouldn't be surprised. We're doing the kind of fake snap check with the coach.
Yep.
They're still getting lined up a lot of times for that.
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised to see us shift and start going quick on that.
Stovall got a seam up the left side. Gain of a couple.
Yeah, maybe long 2, close to 3. 8:12 remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
They're going to get him on that too later in the game. They're kind of teaching Cushing, hey, we're just messing with you, and eventually we're not going to mess with him. We're going to catch him moving. Officials don't do anything about it. 24 seconds left to play on the play clock. So Mustangs got plenty of time to make sure Coach Noble sends the call in. Brad running for his life. Actually used to use the official as a blocker. He's going to get the 1st down. Man, talk about backyard football. Was able to pick up about 12. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, and honestly, we've been good at that all year, just kind of the draw it up in the dirt type plays.
He's slippery. They're going to drop the markers, put you 1st down and goal from the 8-yard line for the Mustangs. 2 receivers will come to this side of the set.
Mustangs are 1 for 1 in the red zone so far this game.
Handoff around the right side. Going to say a gain of a yard.
My correction, that was Brad Hoisington, senior quarterback, on that play. I apologize for my error.
8 plays. Mustangs' 2nd time in the red zone here. Want to make sure you get it right. 6:56 and counting as we get close to halftime. Going to move Jackson motion.
we ran into each other.
Kind of a busted play. Left hand didn't know where the right hand was going, so they'll catch Brad in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Yeah, not sure from looking whose fault that was.
It'll be third down.
Jaden Tanner going to come in, third down back. Third and goal from the 10. Plenty of time on the play clock, 18 seconds.
Brad going to
Jaden's
scramble.
open.
Now he's looking back to the left side.
Yes, sir.
Stampede. Touchdown. There's the signal from the.
That was a really good play design on third and long, kind of a throwback screen, if you will. That goes against everything you're taught as a quarterback and everything you're taught as an offense to throw back across your body. But if you do it selectively and you do it when you want to and when it's planned, it can be open. And that's what we did there.
Pitch and catch to number 22, Jaden Tanner, for a 8-yard touchdown. Mr. Hogue is on for the PAT. Ball down. Whew, kick on the way, and it is good. It's perfect.
That's an
on
instance
the
there. They've worked a lot together. I don't know if you saw that. We don't have instant replay, but that ball was on the ground. Sam's going to kick it. He has to trust that Garrett's going to flip it, and he got it. So I give that all the time. Great job by Garrett. That is a job, I promise you, no one on the roster wants to be the holder.
No.
And he is exceptional.
Laces out, right?
There's a lot of trust between Sam and Garrett. They've been doing it for a few years.
And honestly, I mean, I know Sam was the kicker, but Garrett gets the kudos on that.
100%.
He turned an emergency situation into saving a point.
Just no panic. Just no panic.
Yeah. I want to go back to the play that scored the touchdown from Jaden Tanner because I want to give a big shot to Brad. He kept that play alive. He had a guy in his face and was able to kind of juke him a little bit, and Jaden was wide open on the far side. I mean, on that far sideline, and Brad, with his legs and his athleticism, just gave himself enough time to get that ball in Jaden's hands. Jaden made a guy miss as he was headed to the end zone and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, he did a good job there of using his eyes, too, because he was looking exclusively to the right side, knowing the entire time he wanted to throw it back to the left. So good play design, good execution by the Mustangs.
That may be the first touchdown of the season for Mr. Tanner, so congratulations to him.
We're going to kick that one well into the end zone.
That'll go 6 yards deep, so a kickback, touchback for the Mustangs, if you will. Ball comes out
to the 20.
To the 20.
Poor Davin having to go get that ball. That one went deep.
Words are hard sometimes, Kevin. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I hear you.
It's cold. No, it's not in here. It's not cold in here, so I can't even use that excuse. Our poor camera guys are out there just taking one for the team. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Hit the share button so folks all across the social media world can tune into Mustang football. Next week, a little bit of a schedule change. We're at Tulsa McLean. We'll talk more about that in just a second.
Ball thrown deep down the middle.
It's incomplete.
Nice job by Maddox. He was a step behind, but when the ball got in his hands, he did exactly what your coach should do. Reach over the top, punch it out. Keeps about a 20-yard completion from happening. Great job, Maddox.
Yeah, he stuck his hand in there at the right time to knock that out. So Mustangs on the road next week at Tulsa McLean. It's a little bit of an earlier start, I believe.
6, yeah. The kick's going to be at 6. We'll go pregame at 5:30. We're still figuring all that out, but
it's been a few years since we've been to Tulsa McLean, so we'll be back on the road. 6:03 left to play till halftime. Cushing has a man in motion, going to screen it out to him, if you will. Going to bring him down solo, tackled him.
Nice job, Landon Roach. Grabbing and hanging on for dear life.
They're going to say a loss of a yard on that.
Yeah, that's one of those they do a lot of those screens behind the line of scrimmage. If you can rally and tackle, you're going to do all right. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Man, we're not to halftime yet, but this defense tonight has played almost a perfect first half.
Doing really well. Yeah, they had the one play. We had Maddox go out. We had a newbie come in and just unfortunate timing there. But Cushing's going to take a timeout. 5:32 here.
We'll take one as well. Be back with more of the Mustang football right after this.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs are at home on senior night with 5:32 left to play till halftime as we come out of a timeout. Kevin, some games of interest going on all across the state tonight, if you will.
Wagner all over Catoosa at Catoosa 33-7. Ada and Poto, which is a big-time game in the other district. They're 1-2 in the district. Poto currently winning 17-7.
Poto currently number 1 in the state. Wagner at number 2. Pass.
Yes, sir.
They're going to
late
get
flag. Late flag.
Not sure what's more entertaining, Darren or the game. No.
Yeah, the side officials like, Coach, get back on side. But that was, I'll be honest, I lost the ball a little bit. So I didn't see it, but I was just judging based on the lateness of the call.
Results in a first down.
Coach Wagner's asking, what did he do? Man, that would have been a nice one to have. They'd have been punting deep into the wind, 5.5 to go. That's unfortunate.
Unusual plays for a PI, too, because they threw that right in the middle of that defense. There were 2 guys there.
Yeah, there was no need to PI. So they're going to throw it some more. Throw back, screen. It's kind of there. Good job by Max. It's a hold.
Yeah, and they're going to get him for it,
thankfully.
too.
Okay.
A couple of flags coming in. That's number 58.
And that's 1,000% effort by Max. He was blocked. He's running through the block. He beats his guy, and the defender does what most, or the offensive player does what most offensive players, when they do get beat, they grab.
Yeah.
And so that is 100% on Max Becker, giving great effort there to force that penalty.
Number 58, Brett Griffith, kind of the offender, if you will.
Offense.
Blocking the back.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, the spot won't be as deep here because it was downfield a little bit.
Well, but they threw the flag.
Okay, they threw it about a yard deep. So okay.
Yeah. So
about a 9-yard penalty.
Exactly. Yep. So it's going to bring up a first down 19. So
that's good math. That is a good, quick math. That Oologah math. I don't know who you had. My math teachers are great.
It's been a
I don't know who you had back in the 80s.
What did I say?
What?
I'm telling you, words are hard.
No, you did it right. You did 10 plus 9 was 19. I was impressed.
Let me add 5 more to that while I've got my fingers out.
He ran out of fingers, ladies and gentlemen, and toes.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
2 penalties in a row for Cushing, so it'll back them up another 5. So it's first down and half a field, if you will.
Some other scores, they haven't been updated. Cleveland and Miami says just starting, which can't be true. And McLean Skytook says just starting, which can't be true. And obviously those are some games of interest for the Mustangs.
Somebody hadn't reported a score yet.
Mustang defense has to get off the field. Obviously they're going to get 3 tries at it, but they just got to keep everything in front of them and rally and make the tackle.
First and 24 for Cushing. Quarterback's going to scramble. Going to pick up about 4 out of all of that.
He's going to get 4 or 5. We'll give him 4 or 5. And again, that's a coverage play.
Yeah.
He didn't want to run. It's first and a quarter of the field. He doesn't want to run, but there was no one to throw it to. It looked like they were wanting to go deep on the right side. They ran kind of a double move, and there was nobody there.
Number 11 and 10 for Cushing. That's Brock Bales and Brady Matheson. Those are big guys.
Yeah, and they stacked a couple of them over here. They look to screen out of this, so you got to get someone to rally up. Yeah.
Going to kind of screen that, if you will, but Mustang defense going to read it. They're going to say a loss of about a half a yard.
Yeah. That is so. I talked in the pregame about running a new defense and a lot of screen time, watching offense and strategizing. That is something that I even caught on the few plays that I was watching with Sam. When they go to that, that's an obvious screen down.
Third down and 19 coming up for the Mustang defense. What I was making, they've got some big receivers, and our guys have really done a good job covering them up tonight. I mean, it felt like just the eye test. Looked like they've got some height on some of our guys.
Yeah, they passed the bus test, so to speak, like when you get off the bus.
Cushing.
Cushing taking another timeout, 3rd and long.
We're going to take one as well. 3:59 left to play till halftime. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. Mustangs on top 14-7. With right under 4 minutes left to play at halftime. Coming up, a visit with Paul Bogart, country artist, Mustang alum, former football player.
Yeah.
And just a fun visit coming up with Paul Bogart at halftime. You don't want to miss that.
Had a good time on that visit with him.
Looking to Mustangs kind of in a...
They're throwing behind it. Got to find the ball. He's out of bounds. Be out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say... Oh, it sure looked like he was out of bounds. Obviously, we're all the way on the other side of the field. Linebacker Landon Roach was all over him.
With him step for step. Yeah, man. I actually had that play circled. It was 3rd down and 19.
He really just threw it up.
Yeah.
They made a play, credit to them. Low snap. Man, it sure looked like he out of bounds. If someone has that, roll that back. Let us know.
That is one of the things. We've got one game left for season. That's one of the things. My goal for next September is instant replay. It would be so nice to be able to just run that back.
Reminder, Cushing will get the ball at the half. Screen game.
Pass complete to number 11, Brady Matheson. I've called his name a lot tonight.
And that will move the change once more down to the 35-yard line in Mustang territory.
Warren Pierce was a little slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. Bryce Byers coming in for him.
Man, you had him 3rd down and 19, and just one got away, one slipped out of your hands. Goodness gracious.
Subway proudly supporting Mustang Athletics.
He wasn't set on the far side, but they're going to let it go. Pitch to the right side to Matheson again. No gain, maybe a gain of a yard.
This drive is significant because we're up a touchdown. They get the ball coming out of the half.
Yeah.
If you could
They'll
somehow,
have back-to-back possessions, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of momentum. You would like to keep them. They only have one timeout left. The clock is rolling. Plenty of time, though, with high school football. The clock stops when you get a first down or an incomplete pass or out of bounds. They've done well, though. The quarterback's athletic. They've had a lot of low snaps. Going deep. Good coverage there by Hogue.
Absolutely.
Swat the ball away.
Because you're tempted to get involved. And, man, Sam just covered him. No pass interference.
I think you've just seen him grow in comfort. You've seen that out of Maddox as well. You get more comfortable with the ball being in the air and you being one-on-one. It's not like, oh, goodness, you're just relaxed and you go make a play.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9 situation for the Tigers. Clearly, they're in 4-down territory, if you will. That Mustang defense, Darren is trying to get somebody's attention. Oh!
And see, that's frustrating because that happened to us last week with Gavin, and he's out as the same play. He didn't hit him in the head, and no call.
Shoulder.
He led with the shoulder. You can lead with the shoulder. They're going to talk about it. You can lead with the shoulder.
My goodness.
We're due for one of these huddles where they pick it up.
Well,
the guy on our side knows.
We have a theory on huddle. Darren is. Darren's like, go get in the huddle.
That's really the quarterback's fault. He led him right into Sam. I mean. Yeah, I've already got people texting me video of that play saying bad call. He hit him in the shoulder with his shoulder. Wave it off. Oh.
Defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. And that was that kind of first down.
Kevin.
That's just a bad call, and no one's perfect. That's a bad call.
That's a bad call. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. My goodness. I see the world through Mustang blue glasses, but Sam was just making a play.
You're allowed to hit the wide receiver.
My goodness. All right, that kind of took the breath out of this sideline. First down, fresh set of downs coming up for Cushing. Ball's roughly the 19-yard line. They're going to send a man out in motion. Ball's batted down. Oh. How about that? Oh. Man, number 27 for the Mustangs, nope, that wasn't 27. Sorry.
21.
21, yeah, Ashton. Almost had an opportunity to pick it off.
Second down here.
Just trying to jump the snap, and it'll get you.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
That's our third penalty of the half. Sixth penalty? Our sixth? Where have I been? That's our sixth penalty of the half, Brent. Good gravy. Well, I guess we just had one. We had the personal fouls. That's one.
Yeah.
I'll have to go home and watch that play.
I don't know if you want to. Quarterback going to scramble for his life.
And see, the quarterback can lower his head there and do whatever he wants, but you can't hit the wide receiver.
Another first down brings up first and goal. 1:44 left to play until halftime. Mustang defense kind of on their heels here, if you a little bit. They've had some help along the way. Also let a big play get away from them. Third down and 19. I had circled on my chart.
Incomplete pass, and he pushed off. He heard someone in the crowd. The reason he was able to create space is at the end of that route, when he went to break, he just two hands shoved us.
Second down and goal coming up. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Big FFA fish fry tomorrow night at the Ag Barn. It's the event of the decade, or the month. I mean, however you want to. I mean, it's a big deal.
It's a lot of fun. Lots of good food.
A lot of
There's
fun.
Good desserts. They just had a false start. I don't know that I've ever seen that, guys.
The center just
fell backwards. I thought we might have touched it. Usually you see that if someone comes across the line. Multiple people saying that it sure looks like their receiver came down in the white on that 3rd and 19.
Don't have the technology that obviously the NFL has.
I think we're going to take a timeout.
Darren's going to take a timeout.
We got 3, so.
Yep, we'll take a timeout as well. Be back with the remainder of the first half right here, right after this.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Kudos to Sam on that play. You know, I mean, so what? Yeah, just, you know, they didn't call targeting.
No, they said personal foul. So
personal foul. Just hit him too hard.
We hit him too hard. But like I said, I can handle that. He didn't hit him any harder than Gavin got hit last week, and there was no call.
And there was no call.
So just consistency there. I know different. Yep. You're not going to see a bigger hit than the hit on Gavin. So if that's not a personal foul, then that wasn't a personal foul on anybody. So second down and goal from the 11.
Big down for the Mustang defense. Boy, you'd love to keep him out of the end zone here. Kind of a little bit of trickery, the play coming back around this end. I don't think there's anybody there. touchdown. Number 11, the ball carrier, Brady Matheson.
Got a chance to tie the game here with 1:21 remaining in the half.
You've done what you need to do. I mean, you really have. If I would have told you going in at halftime you're tied up, I think you'd have taken that.
Knock on some wood.
Yeah.
Oh, we blocked it right up the middle this week. Looked like Brady Evans.
Yep.
And who else was in there? Brady Evans and Jackson Gill right up the middle. Just it was almost like the offensive line wasn't expecting pressure. Okay, someone probably needs to grab Darren by the hood.
He gets fired.
He's like, how many chances are you going to give him?
That is.
Hey, I feel it in my soul too, Darren.
You know what? I would be right there. Get him, coach.
He's just fighting for your kids, and
it is.
You can't cross the line. You don't want to get penalized, but I appreciate that. That's your job.
And that's VP's job, Coach Van Pelt.
Yeah, he's not only the get back guy, he's the grab back guy.
But he's assigned to Coach Wagner. Like, don't get us a 15-yard penalty here, Coach. All right, 1:21. Mustangs got a little bit of time here. Cushing will be kicking into the wind. Mustangs also have 2 of their 3 timeouts left to play. So
I would like to see us, sorry to jump on you there, scoot up because they kicked it to about the 44 earlier.
Yeah.
And we didn't onside it. Yeah, it looks like we're flexing.
Yeah, there we go. Ashton's going to bring these guys up a little bit. Yeah.
Strong likelihood this ball doesn't make it to the 35 where our second line guys are.
Might not even make it to the 40.
You can kick that one deep.
Well, there you go.
Kick it to Ashton. Nice spin move.
How about that? About a 13-yard return from Ashton Wright.
Yeah, that was unique there, and good job by Ashton.
Mustangs have pretty good field position right at the 40-yard line. They'll take over first down at 10. You got 1:12 left to play, 2 timeouts.
Be interesting here. Like to see us be aggressive, but appropriately aggressive, right? You wouldn't mind.
Don't be too risky,
got
right?
Plenty of time, plenty of timeouts. The ball's going to stop with incompletes and out of bounds first down.
Mustangs have had 2 big plays tonight, 2 big passes. Man, if you could get one of those early here and get yourself, of course, you got the win at your back too. That's not
trying to run a double move, and it was there, but man, he just had people in his face immediately.
Loss of 8.
This is going to be an instance where I like to see us slow down. The play clock's at 35 seconds. You'd like to see us bleed that down because they still have a timeout.
Sure.
Let's just get to half. Yeah, you see us slowing down. I think maybe if they didn't have a timeout left, you get a little different aggression. But you want to do it all you can not to have to punt the ball away here. You just run a play.
All right, 10 seconds left on the play clock. With 32 seconds and counting. Hand off to Stovall, nothing there. He'll lose a yard.
Big number 56, Cade Ralston, defensive lineman. Second or third time tonight, they've almost taken the handoff for us. I think you're just going to see us walk into the locker room here.
Yeah. We can let the clock run down. Coming up, the Mustang halftime show. Going to visit with Oologah alumnus and country music singer Paul Bogart. We'll talk about the first half stats. All that and more. The Mustangs are on top by 1. It's 14-13, and this is the Mustang halftime show.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Center was Don Angering. Offensive line guard James Barker. linebacker, tight end Odie Brewer, offensive line and defensive line Stever Butler, Melvin Coe was on the defensive line. On the offensive line, Cletus Coe. Offensive line and kicker Rick Cook. Wide receiver Gary Falk. Offensive line Joe Galbraith. Running back Roland Haney. Quarterback Steve Kabala. Running back Tom Woods, state leading scorer. Offensive line was Sid Woodall. Defensive back Larry Shepard. And running back and defensive back Kenny McMillan. Players that are no longer with us are linebacker Paul Huckleby. Defensive line Rusty Dozier. Offensive line Alan Fincannon. And defensive end and tight end Alan Wilson. This was the first class in school history to have a perfect regular season of 10-0 with a team record of 11-1. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior graduating football players of the 1973-1974 season.
We talk a lot about that long blue line. Natick line stands way back to an incredible bunch of men that set a huge standard here for the Mustangs.
Gentlemen, the Oologah
and also see our marching band going to be joined tonight by the middle school kids, so they'll be a mass band. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll visit with country singer Paul Bogart. All that and more on the Mustang Halftime Show.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Hey Mustang family, I'm here with Paul Bogart. We have the privilege of having him on today. And you're a graduate of 2001 at Oologah High School. I knew that. Talk a little bit about your high school days. Things have changed a little bit but what are some favorite memories?
Man, high school, I loved high school at Oologah. It was great. It was a great time. Great folks, great memories. So favorite memory, lots of them. I married Tanya Harrington. That's her name. Our first date was the prom in high school. So that's a favorite memory for sure. You
set the bar high. First date.
I know.
Dressing up, fancy dinner. I'm sure.
She was the football manager, and I was playing on the team, and it seemed like there were several guys that kind of had the hots. Tanya Harrington. She was the football manager. And so anyway, I was like, I've got to ask her first.
Yeah, you have to strike quick.
Yeah. So we've been married 17 years now, but took her to prom. So that's a good memory.
Well, I got to ask. So now everyone does promposals, and they got to do all these fancy
promposals.
How did we ask her to the prom?
Well, it definitely wasn't anything special. Promposal was never a thing that I knew of back then. So
it's all new.
I don't know. I think I don't remember, but it wasn't.
You didn't like throw a football and hit her?
No. Nothing. I'll say that I'm not quite that slick.
For sure, I understand that.
I'm glad you said yes, though.
For sure, worked out 17 years.
Yeah, sure.
So you talked a little bit about football, and it is senior night here, and you played football, and you played quarterback on the 2000 team. You're a 2001 graduate. And I know we talked a little bit about off camera, like it's just a special bond you have with those people. Talk a little bit about like football and just some memories from that and what it meant.
Man, we were not a great team, honestly. My senior year, we had lots of injuries. I actually broke my leg. The scrimmage prior to regular season starting, I broke my small bone in the bottom of my leg. And for 6 weeks, I was out. And Lane Perry was a senior that year. He was one of our receivers. First game, he tore all the ligaments in his foot. There was just Chad Weeks played ball. He was a year behind me, and I think he tore his ACL first or second game. It seemed like we were starting freshmen that year. It was just lots of injuries, but I hustled. Coach Davis was our quarterback coach, and up leading up to our senior year, there were a bunch of us. Jerry Green, Jake Wilmot, Lane Perry. There was just a bunch of Ryan Daniel. We were in the gym, and we're trying to get stronger, get faster, get bigger, and it was talk about camaraderie. It was just a great time to build lifelong friendships. But then with the injuries that year, we weren't a great, as far as numbers, we weren't a great team because there was freshmen on the line. No offense to freshmen, but this didn't have the experience of the seniors that were all seemingly injured. But anyhow, didn't make the playoffs that year. But the cool thing too, my brother at the time was a sophomore. Philip Bogart, and he was the second string quarterback, so I got to stand on the sidelines with a broken leg watching my brother play, and that was a real treat.
It does seem like I coached. It seemed like it for me. It definitely seems like injuries come in bunches. Like we go several weeks and we'll be injury free, and then it seems like tragedy happens.
Yeah,
you get one, you get another. A lot of it, we play really good competition. We play bigger schools. We play Claremore. We play Collinsville. They got bigger guys. They got more guys. I think that has something to do with it. But
sure,
I know it's been a big emphasis in the weight room is trying to get some of that injury prevention.
Yeah.
So
and that was it with us. Our senior year, especially with Coach Davis, Coach Kime, Coach Walking Stick, they were all just big into powerlifting and growing and getting bigger and better and faster. And again, I'm getting amped up just remembering from 20 years ago.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like we talked about, just get your juices flowing. I run into teammates of mine, and it's just like we never left.
Yeah.
It's been 20 plus years.
Love
it's like
that.
we never left.
Love that.
All right, before we end here, I'm going to throw out some topics, and you're going to pick either or. So the first one, I'm going to do mountains or beach.
Mountains.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I can dig a hole, put some water in it. I can't make a mountain.
See, the sand. We never did any sort of.
Sand's terrible.
It's terrible. I don't like. So mountains. For sure.
We go to the beach every couple of years. The kids love it, of course.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice because it's entertainment, right? You go hang out on the beach.
Sure.
But sand is everywhere. It's all in the house. Like,
it is.
You bring it home with you.
Man, with kids now, it's like, Dad, can we bury you in the sand? Absolutely not.
No. Yeah, I did that one.
I'll bury you.
Yeah, I did that one. All right. So morning or nighttime? Are you morning person, nighttime?
Morning, for sure. Yeah, I know. I'm a musician. You would think night owl, and when they pay me to say I play music, I will. But I much prefer sunrise and just the quiet of the morning.
Okay, I understand that. Last one: coffee or tea?
Coffee. Maybe that's part of why I enjoy mornings.
Black coffee, like what do we?
Coffee black.
Yeah, me too. I can't do all if the coffee has more names than you do, like I'm out.
So
it's a milkshake at that point.
That's yeah, and always hot. I don't like a cold coffee. We got to play music in Italy, well, multiple times, but got to be great friends with some folks over there, and they drink short, dark, and strong.
Oh, very strong.
Very strong, like with espressos.
Yeah.
Kind of got hooked on those, and that's my
That's
my morning drink.
Yeah, I can't. I like black coffee, but that's rough on me. The espresso shots. But it's an acquired taste, I'm sure. Get you going? Maybe I need to try it. I'm a night person, not a morning person. All right, so we definitely appreciate your time. I know you got some music stuff going, obviously.
Yeah.
You're doing some roping. I know we've talked about that. So what do you have going in your life right now? Where can people come see you?
So yeah, actually, lots going on roping right now with the Rope Horse Futurities in Fort Worth. You have the American Quarter Horse World Show going on. There's Rihanna Buckle Rope. There's lots of futurities going on. Like right now, October, November, it's just slammed. So you compete, qualify for those events throughout the year, and then here they are, the finales right now. So going well. We're hoping to finish up strong this year in the arena. Music-wise, this summer was slammed. My band is all still in Nashville. I've used the same guys I've used for 10 years.
Yeah, they're great.
Thank you. They are great. Such great players. Great guys to go down the road with. But me, my wife, and I, and our kids being in Oologah now, we're 600 miles west of Nashville.
Yeah.
So logistically, it's a little rough. But regardless, I meet up with them wherever we're going, from Florida to Montana this summer. And the kids logged a bunch of miles in their car seats because I wanted them to experience memories on the road. But summer was slammed, so the fall is kind of pump the brakes a little bit, slow down with the music, and it's deer season. The boys love to get in the woods.
Yes,
I
understand that.
Yeah, but we're playing a few times locally in November. It's on my website.
I'm putting you on the on the website. We'll check it out.
There you go.
We'll put it up at the bottom.
All right, that sounds good.
So, all right. Well, we definitely appreciate Mr. Bogart joining us. I've gotten to know him the last couple of years at Pioneer Days. He's a great musician, but even a better person and a big supporter of Oologah. So appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with more halftime after this.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue, the entire Mustang broadcast crew. A big thank you to country artist, but more importantly, man, he's just one heck of a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I've gotten to know him the last several years.
Yeah.
He's headlined Pioneer Day. Didn't really know who he was before that. His music is great. He has a big heart for everybody, for kids, for the community. Love having him around, and he talked about that being a reason they moved back here. They wanted their kids to experience that. Got to talk a little bit about football, what senior night meant to him. Just a really enjoyable morning I spent here.
Yeah, I appreciate him, headlining for the Pioneer Days because he's certainly done that for his community. And
he plays all over the world for
a
lot of money. And
not just a musician, though. He's a team roper.
Yeah, he's a world-class roper as well. Got to learn that about him. So just a super cool guy.
Yeah, neat guy. I've enjoyed getting to know him over the last couple of years. And I offered on his next album our services. I said, but, Paul, what you have to understand, Kevin and I are really busy.
Well, let's hope he took that to heart because I'm not a singer. I like to sing. I feel like I sound great in the car. Yeah. That's probably where it should stay.
Probably should stay right there. Mustangs are on top by 1, 14-13. Kevin, let's talk a little bit about stats. The Mustangs have actually clacked one more possession, if you will. They've had 7 possessions in the first half, and Cushing's only had 6. The reason Mustangs lead by 1 is Cushing missed a PAT, and really more give credit to that special teams of the Mustangs broke through and blocked a PAT.
Yeah, good job getting pressure right at the middle to block it there with about a minute and a half left to go to kind of keep that momentum, if you will. Both teams have 7 first downs. We haven't been able to run the ball super great. It seems like we've done it better. I think the sacks have taken some of that high school, college football. The sacks count against you. We have 16 attempts for 26 yards. Passing, 9 attempts for 16 yards. Not a high proficiency, but with 128 yards, able to move the offense. So we have 154 yards of total offense. Time of possession, relatively the same. Braden Stovall, 12 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. And receiving, kind of spreading the ball around, which has been nice. Braxton Davis, 3 catches, 42 yards. Tunison, 1 catch, 7 yards. Jackson Burchett, 2 catches, 11 yards. Davin Shondell, 2 big catches for 58 yards. And Jaden Tanner on that big 3rd and goal, 1 catch, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Both teams bit by the penalty bug. We have 6 penalties for 60 yards. We talk about it every game. Our goal is 3. We've already doubled that in a half. They also have 6 penalties, but just for 42 yards.
Yeah, we're 1-1 on the turnovers, and neither team was able to capitalize or take advantage of those turnovers. So I'll tell you what, if I would have told you the Mustangs would have gone in at halftime up by 1 on top of a pretty darn good Cushing team, I think you'd have taken that.
Yeah, absolutely. They're ranked, come in playing well, like you mentioned. Wagner was number one at the time. I don't know how you drop. They haven't lost. Number one in the state, and they dropped a 15-14 game to them. They're a really high-quality football team, played in the state championship last year, excuse me. Big-time half by the Mustangs.
I was talking to Jackson Burchett's grandfather, actually, who was a Mustang, played ball way back in halftime. He's like, we can play with these guys. We can play with these guys. Again, you've got to come out focused, and obviously games are won in the second half, but don't come out so confident in your abilities. You know that Cushing is making some adjustments. You know they're going to come out with a good second half game plan. They've kind of let you hang around, and you believe you've got a chance to win this. So you've got to come out and play disciplined football. And really, this game has kind of been a tale of big plays. They scored because of a big play. We got ourselves in position because of two big plays.
Yeah, it's really been kind of like a prize fight with just a couple of haymakers. There's been a lot of jabs back and forth, some good punts, some field positions, some just good football. And then each team have capitalized with some haymakers. They had a big 50-yard pass for a touchdown. We've had some big chunk plays down the field on some strategic third down plays. Both teams have done a really good job on third down. I think that's something important to watch moving forward.
I want to thank Under Armour BSN Sports for their contribution and support of Mustang Athletics, and Willie and Chrissy Barron, proud supporters of Mustang football, Next Level Graphics, and our appreciation to them for Mustang Athletics. Kevin, it's interesting because in just a few weeks we'll be warming up the high school gym. No round ball will be starting up.
Yeah, the bounces of the basketball have come a little more frequent as I'm walking in the foyer there. Obviously, season can kick off October 1st. You have some of the sports ending, like with softball, so a lot of the softball girls transitioning into the gym. That'll get going really quick. The first game, I think something like November 28th. I might be off by there.
Hang on. I thought there was a game. Like, wasn't there a game
we
Monday
played,
night? I mean, wasn't that a big deal?
Wasn't it Tuesday night?
It might have been Tuesday. It was Tuesday night because I had to be in Oklahoma City, yeah.
Yeah. We did like a players versus alumni type of game. I think they had a lot of fun, and it was a parent night, but they worked in a scrimmage.
Who won? Did they keep scoring? They didn't. My
understanding is the deck was stacked against the younger guys.
I can imagine, because I'm going to tell you, there's been some guys, some dudes come through here.
Yeah.
So.
I saw a picture. I was giving one of our kids a hard time. Mitch Doyle, who I've known for a long time. He actually played for my brother-in-law at ULM. He is a giant man. He's a great guy.
Great guy.
He's going up for a layup, and everyone just getting out of the way. And so I was like, why are we not taking a charge? And everyone just looked at me like, are you absolutely crazy? He is a big man coming down the lane.
2:39 left to play, or left in halftime until we kick off the second half. We're going to take one more quick timeout, and when we come back, we got some stuff to do. It'll be the second half of Mustang football. This is Oologah Mustang football.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium as the Mustangs are getting stretched out, warmed up, ready to go for the second half. The Cushing Tigers are on their end as well. Kind of a chilly night. You start the football season, it's nice and hot and you sweat, and then you get here to by the time you're at the end of football season, it's kind of chilly.
Yeah, it's a big contrast, maybe more so than any other sport. A lot of sports in the spring start cold, but it doesn't really warm up. I mean, we had games we were having to take mandatory breaks
Yes.
and start them late because of the heat. It was 127 heat index, and now it's probably 42 degrees heat index.
Mustangs are on the road next week at Tulsa McLean. A little bit earlier start time. By the way, McLean tonight all over Skytook 49-0. That's just at half. But we will be at McLean. A little bit earlier start time. I believe we're starting that game at 6 o'clock. So if you're going to watch that one, make sure you're in your comfy spot by 5:30 because we typically start about 30 minutes before game time. Unless something special like a homecoming or tonight, like we recognized our seniors, Wagner on top of Catoosa at Catoosa, 40-15. That score is at half. Sallisaw on top of Fort Gibson, kind of a score of interest that's to the district below us, 35-21. Miami taking care of business at home as Cleveland is there. It's 28-0. And nothing. Sorry about that. And then
Nothing wrong with nothing.
Nothing. I mean, when I started my broadcasting career, my first boss said, we need to talk about the days of the week. And I said, Monday? He goes, it's not Monday. I said, yeah, it's Monday. No, he's like, yeah, it's Monday. I said, brother, I'm from Talala. It's Monday.
No doubt. I loved when people, I ordered something the other day. I was on the phone, and they're like, telling your address, and you say Talala. And they're like, what? I was like, it's a T, and then just start alternating A's and L's for a while.
It's like banana with T.
Yeah. Some scores of note, some 5A opponents that we play. Claremore all over Tulsa Rogers at the half, 35-7. Claremore 7-1 on the season. Also 7-1 on the season is our neighbors to the south, Collinsville Cardinals. They're winning at the half 21-6 over Edison Prep. Both of those teams 7-1, both ranked high in 5A.
Yeah, so an interesting score to our neighbors across the pond. Claremore were taking care of business last week, and then came
Up
back
13,
and
I think.
Yeah, they came back and lost that with Sand Springs.
So they both lost to the same team.
Yeah.
Both 5A opponents that we lost to have lost to Bishop Kelly, who's obviously for real this year.
Yeah, going to make a run. St. Springs on top of Booker T, 10-7 in the third quarter. That's a 6A2 score here in the Tulsa area. Stillwater, pretty darn good. They've taken care of business last night against Tahlequah, 55-14. So I love high school football, man. I love the Thursday night, the Friday nights, and just the pageantry of Friday Night Lights, if you will. Jinx on top of Broken Arrow, 28-0. And then Union is trailing Edmond Memorial. Union 7-1 on the season. Edmond Memorial 3-5. That game is at halftime. Edmond Memorial 14. Union is 13. Bigsby doing what they do, 33-3 on top of Moore. And just a couple of some of the what we call them the bigs, if you will, 6A1 football scores.
So we're going to be kicking off. We mentioned that right before the half. We're kicking into the wind, so we're going to have the wind in the fourth quarter. So if you can do your job here in the third quarter, maybe even go scoreless, then you're going to have the wind, have all the benefits of that into the fourth quarter.
Mustangs have struggled a little bit in the third quarter, and tonight you would like to get that stat off the board.
Yeah, you're gonna give them some decent field position because you're doing the high kick. That one's a little deeper than it has been. Towards the side, he bobbles it. We got to get him tackled. Nice job there, Davin Shondell. So actually, not bad field position. They're going to get at the 28 into this wind. That's best case scenario.
Literally a 2-yard return on the kick.
Good pressure there by number 28. Braden Stovall wasn't able to make the tackle, but turned him back into Davin.
Mustang defense has kind of been the backbone and the strength of this team this season. Here they've got an opportunity to kind of set the pace of how the second half of this ball game's going to go.
I like the way you said that. If you can come out and get a 3-and-out, get some momentum, you do set the pace. You say, hey, we came out of the locker room. It's same or different chapter, same verse.
Mustangs kind of expect to run. They've got everybody in the
ball's bouncing. Man, they've had some fortune today. Brent, that ball bounced to the quarterback, and they're still going to pick up 5.
Yeah. Actually, they're going to give him a long 5, so a QB run for.
I think he handed that off somehow.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you're right.
Even with all the discombobulation and the timing off.
That's been an issue for them. You'd hope at some point it would kind of run in your favor.
Yeah, you see him snow coning, and he's grabbing the nose of the ball, and he's just lost it. I think it has to do with being the first real cold night, and his hands are kind of dry and cold.
Hand off round the left side.
Saving tackle there by Garrett Salt. He's going to get the first down. Defensive end kind of lost contain there.
New set of downs for the Tigers. Ball at the 43-yard line. Excuse me, 42-yard line.
I'm going to go 4 wide receivers to the near side here, Brent.
They're going to kind of move it tight end, if you will, to the other side.
They're going to run it. Just outflanking us over there. We didn't align very well to that setup.
Gain of about 14.
And I don't know that we didn't overshift over here. We didn't like overreact to the 4 wide on this side, so I don't know if it's just we just didn't make a play, I guess. But that was a design quarterback keeper.
Hand off up the left side.
Good job there. Short gain of 2. Tackled by Ty Cherry and a host of Mustangs, I think. We need to start slowing them down. We've let them pick up some big chunk plays here. We didn't really do that in the first half. They've done it on the ground.
Their line just kind of keeps peeling our guys around. You're really supposed to contact them on the front. They're really getting that hand around on the side. I mean, the officials haven't called anything, and it's not my place to question that.
Oh, wide open up the middle. That is a missed call. I don't know what happened. I don't know who was supposed to carry him. I think it was one of the linebackers, and we don't carry him deep. Kind of like their big play in the first half. That's just a missed possession there, missed down.
Wide open.
Big time mistake. Easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
That's not how you wanted the second half to start. You wanted your defense to put you in a position where you could kind of even up possessions, if you will.
Be interested to see if they kick it here or if they're chasing some points. I think they're going to go for 2. When you go for 2, you can elect to take the ball wherever you want. They're going to take it on the left hash. A lot of people do that. You right-handed, you're going to roll to the right, perhaps, you're thinking. I guess we'll see here. But they're going for 2. Man in motion. Oh, just tried to run backwards there. You got to turn and find the guy, and I'm not sure how that ball got behind us there.
So they have evened up.
If there's any positive, really, their only big plays have come on mistakes. Not like they just have a dude, you know.
Right.
That was just a wide open guy that got loose in the secondary. Mustang offense must answer here. They're able to get the missed extra point back. They go up 21-14.
So a 5-play drive puts the Cushing Tigers on top, 21-14.
I'll be interested, even downwind, Cushing's been doing kind of the high corner kick. Be interested to see if they stick and stay with that.
Yeah, their kind of last kickoff to us really was the deepest one.
Yeah, and it was into the wind. It was kind of caught everyone off guard. All right, they're getting lined up. Someone was misaligned for the Tigers. They run him over to the near side. He's going to kick it deep.
Away. Yep.
Let's get a return here.
Mr. Hogue going to come around the end.
He's still fighting. Good return there to the 33. Good job hanging on to the ball there.
About a 14-yard return. Made some stuff happen.
Brent, the offense has got to come up with their best drive. We got to go get points on the board. You had all the momentum. You had the crowd into it. We talked about how that double possession kind of where they had it towards the end of the first half and they had it again immediately coming out of the half, and they've scored on both. We went from up 14-7 to down 21-14.
You really want your offense moving. You don't necessarily have to score 7 points immediately. They're going to screen it out to Jackson Burchett.
Yeah, and again, a noticeable change this week of placing emphasis on the quick passing game.
Be curious where they spot that. Yeah, they're going to say, yeah.
Are they going to give it to them?
First down and 10.
Yeah, they got to move the. There we go. Like that, coming out immediately aggressive, throwing the ball, kind of caught them off guard.
We have gone outside, kind of short and outside, kind of safe, if you will, kind of a safe passing game, and it's been somewhat effective for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, and you have to respect Burchett's speed.
No gain from, actually, they're going to say a loss of a yard from Mr. Stovall. The Mustangs have a guy down.
It's like Wade Peters, and he's
playing
on the
for an
2
injured,
deep. Yeah, he's a great player, but he's already on the 2 deep. Hopefully nothing serious.
He's up. He's going to kind of walk off under his own power, but he's going to walk off. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just looks painful.
I don't want to speculate. Yeah.
And he's kind of frustrated.
He's a little angry
too,
now,
yeah.
so maybe that's a good sign of emotion for him, I think, to show he's kind of normal, hopefully. He's a good kid, always has a smile on his face, always gives me a fist bump in the hall.
2nd down and 10 coming up. 2 Mustangs to the far side of the formation. Brad with a little bit of time.
He's
Got
there.
Jackson.
Stay in bounds. Oh. Out of bounds. And it's incomplete.
Yeah. How do you not?
You have a right to the ball, but we were trying to come back to the ball.
Now you got a player hurt.
Mustang faithful.
There's Coach VP doing his
job. A little
job.
restless.
Yeah.
Wanting a flag there. And that was close. I think that could have been a penalty, and you wouldn't have had a lot of argument there. We tried to come back through the guy.
And folks, I apologize. He's in the world through blue-colored glasses. I doubt there's a lot of Cushing folks watching our broadcast tonight. But they're upset that I feel like we should have got a call there. But
big 3rd down here for the Mustangs. You're going into the wind. You're not going to be able to punt it that far. Need to keep the offense on the field.
All right. Brad going to overthrow a receiver.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know he had some pressure right up the middle there at him, but that was either underthrown or overthrown. There's 2 guys there, kind of a double out. And unfortunately, the Mustangs are going to have to punt. And
started good. You got a 1st down, and then you lost, well, basically 1 run play and then 2 incomplete passes. So here comes the punt team for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and we're even having to go to our backup punter now because Jackson's on the table. So
that is Braden Stovall that is the backup punter.
It's causing some extra misalignment here because he's also on the coverage team. Good snap.
Good high punt.
High punt, but that's going to
take not much of a Mustang bounce. Ball at
about
the 42. Yeah.
Punt. That's one of those. Jack S'more does that rugby style, which goes a little lower into the wind. That's one you got to try to not reach your leg out for there. That's when you kind of kick it high. The wind really hasn't laid down at all tonight. That flag is getting it. Seems like a pivotal possession in the game, Brent.
You know what? I was just thinking, I wish you could just call timeout, everybody go back to the locker room, and then come back out. You know what I'm saying? Just reboot. We don't play well in the 3rd quarter, and so you hope you're not in a situation where you get in such a hole you can't get out of it.
Design run here. Mustangs have it stacked up pretty good. He's going to get maybe 2.5, 3. That was just kind of an old-school student body right play there. Good job, Warren Pierce.
He'll gain about 3 on the carry.
Becker.
Yep, brings up 2nd down and 7.
I think it's important not only do we hold them here and not allow any points, I think it's important to go 3 and out. Set that tone back.
Yeah, because their offense right now is kind of running it down your throat, doing whatever they want to.
Good job there by Max Becker making a 1st down saving tackle.
Yeah, I'm going to say no gain on the play.
No, he's going to get 3.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was my apologies. I was watching the far side guy.
Yeah, I don't know where he's coming in. Or what? I think he's just yelling at people. I don't mean that in a bad way. This is what came out of my mouth. But I think he was just, maybe there were some extracurriculars on both sides. So
yeah.
He was worried about that.
That's what I caught my eye was he came across, and I'm like, well, I could have swore the kid picked up a couple of yards. So 3 yards, 3rd down and 3. Mustangs got a lot of guys.
Oh, ball's on the ground. Got to get him this time. Man. I think they're going to give us a favorable spot. They're going to say 4th down. But that's another one where the ball's rolling on the ground, and somehow he's able to pick it up and get 2 yards. And I think you'll probably see him go for it, especially with that spot.
I don't know.
They came out saying 4th down, but then they spotted it where they almost may say 1st down. They're going to measure.
That's a very favorable spot. So very favorable spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. The 1st down marker
is past
to the south of that 48. And the
Yeah.
ball is on the north end, if you will, of the 48. So it may be 4th and inches. But, yeah, you would anticipate Cushing has been able to get 2 yards when they need 1. And so even if it's 4th down and short, you would anticipate them going for it. It's an opportunity here for Coach Wagner to talk to his defense.
I suspect this to be about a half a ball short, maybe even less than that.
Yeah.
Just
It's going to be short. Okay.
No, just a scotch. This is an opportunity we talked about. I said it in the first half. To me, there's no bigger momentum switch than a 4th down stand. If we can get some pressure right up the middle, if we put Jackson Gill in, play nose tackle. If we can get some pressure up the middle and hold him here, not only we get great field position, you get all the momentum. You get to run off. The crowd's going crazy. You're jumping up and down.
If you can make them pay for those missed snaps, if for some reason it messes up the timing of this play.
I would be shocked if this is not a design quarterback run here.
They could pop something over the top of you, too. They know you're going to run it. Mustang defense is getting in close.
Getting under center. I'm not sure he got it. Oh, the ball squirted out. And now they're going to give it to him. Now there's a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is. Oh, face mask is being signaled in. So
illegal fumble recovery.
It's not going to be. It's not going to matter where the spot is because they're going to get some more yards tacked on.
Personal foul, face mask. On the defense, 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First hit.
I won't say that's a crushing penalty. 15 yards is big, but they had the first down anyway. I didn't see if that was just a design. The ball, did he pitch it? I don't know. He got really bunched up there, and then all of a sudden the ball was out. So, again, they've come out besides the touchdown pass and been exclusively on the ground. Fake to the wrong way. Oh, they had a guy wide open. We got to find the ball here. Yes, knocked away. Good job by Hogue not to get the PI. We were fortunate. They ran a out and up with the running back, a wheel route down their sidelines, and we were as close to him as anybody on the field.
Yeah.
And he tried to hit the post, and that was swatted away. We've seen them run, and then when they do throw, if they don't throw the screen game, they'd like to take big shots.
They like to take some big shots, and it's worked for them a couple of times, but our secondary has done a really good job. You can see Jax down there trying to figure out his wrist situation. His dad checking on him. Mustang show blitz. Going to bring the house.
Got a tackle.
Green to the left side. Going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 on the carry. Oh, man, they're going to give me gain of 6.
Yeah, we did better. They've been able to outflank us, kind of have one more guy than we have in the screen game in the second half. Did a better job in the first half of getting immediately on the
3rd down and 3 coming up with 6:53 left in the third quarter.
Would be interesting. They have a decent field goal kicker, like from what I saw in the warm-ups.
Sure.
He has a good leg and it's in his kicks. If they try a field goal here, we were able to stop them.
Yeah,
they are downwind.
Certainly got the win. Quarterback just going to keep it.
Oh, he's wide open.
And the quarterback keeper. All the way into the end zone for a
There's a hole. Yes.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
Man.
You know, sometimes there's a reason.
There's a hole. Yeah, for real. Because I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like those calls have just not gone our way.
Yeah, and there's been they have a lot of penalties too. I'll say that, but they haven't really called any holding. It's kind of been like prison rules. We say in basketball, no blood, no foul. They haven't really called a hold on anybody.
Yeah.
That was an obvious one, and that's a big time play.
So a touchdown actually be brought back.
Yeah. Defense has to do it. 3rd down and 14. They have to get off the field now. Have to take advantage of those opportunities if you're going to beat a higher-ranked team.
Yeah, we were in this type situation similar in the first half. It was a 3rd and 19. And just play good defense. Take care of your job, your man in front of you. Looks like somebody's going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. Special thanks of our great sponsors supporting Mustang Athletics like Will Rogers Animal Hospital, located off 169 right here in Oologah. Sonic, drive in for a change. And RCB Bank, a proud supporter of Mustang football. RCB Bank, that's my bank. Midtown Auto, appreciate all of the fine sponsors that help make Mustang football, softball, basketball, Mustang activities happen. Kind of a slow spot, if you will, in the old fall calendar right now. Volleyball's wrapped up, softball's wrapped up, marching band's wrapped up. One Act Play still got a little bit of stuff going on.
State
FFA's in full swing,
Tuesday.
so yeah.
We got Oologah, we got State, One Act Play, one wide. Wouldn't be surprised to see him chunk it out here. They got really, got to
Just
find
kind
the
of
ball.
looking for a timing route.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, but I think his foot came down.
Man, we were all over him. That's a great catch.
Man, they get out of a hole again.
You
Yep.
could just tell the way they designed that. He was.
That doesn't look favorable. That might be on Wagner.
I think he was saying we were out of bounds. It didn't look like he had control in bounds. Yeah, I'm already getting people telling me.
See the call here.
Out of bounds.
Sideline
After play
warning.
was over, dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the defense. A tap innocence to the goal. It's first down.
We need some Mustang magic and a big. We had a couple of these against Wagner. We need one of those goal line stands here. Going to throw it backwards. Oh, he just missed the tackle. Got to make that tackle. That was going to be a big loss and a backwards pass.
Maddox had him. Just bounced off of him.
I feel like that was Ashton.
I thought it was 12. Maybe not.
I think it was 21. So it's close. Maybe I could be wrong too.
Yeah, it was Maddox on the far side. I don't see 21. Yeah, 21's over here. So it came off that corner.
I bet you I do, but hey.
All right, so whoever's watching this. Miss Conley.
Miss Conley. Or Jimmy Conley.
Second down and goal.
I was just going off of red sleeves. Nice cutback.
There you go.
Be engulfed there by Jaden Tanner.
I feel like I'm going to owe somebody a Mountain Dew here. All right, they went backwards a little bit, so third down and goal from the 4.
Would be good to force them into a situation. I bet they run some sort of screen out here. Going to throw back. Pick. Oh, he dropped it.
He's going to sleep and dream about that one. Still, you broke up the play. You put them in a fourth down situation.
I think they're going to bring the kicking game on, and that feels like a win. But, man, you had a big-time game changer in your hands.
Now they've missed a PAT, so.
Yeah, we blocked it.
Mustang fans making some noise.
Kick is up.
Yeah.
And it looks good from
Looks
here.
like it's good.
Yep. That's a win for the defense, though. Down 10. The offense has to find a way to answer. We're going to be going into the win. Need a big return. We need something to get a fire under the offense.
See Mr. Gill kind of coming off, leaving it on the field, man. 4:54 left to play in the third quarter. Be nice to put together an offensive possession here.
Yeah, we're not in a point in the game where we have to panic. We are down 2 possessions. We're
Maybe-
down 10.
Yeah.
But we have plenty of time. It'd be okay for me to take a long drive here. Give the defense some rest.
In the third quarter, we've just had one possession. I mean, they ate up that last drive. 1, 2, 3. That was an 11-play drive. So, I mean, that's what they want to do. They just want to wear you down a little bit.
Yeah, they've come out here in the second half, run, and then when they do pass, they're trying to go over the top some of those big chunk 20, 30-yard plays. They hit on one where we kind of botched some coverage, and they hit on one that looked like maybe he didn't have possession in bounds. But
see, the trainer, if you will, has Jax's helmet in his hands. I don't know if Jax wants to go back in. They don't want it or not going to let him. Or
yeah, we got to get on that. Let it go out of bounds. That works too. That's a penalty. We'll get the ball. I think it's 35. We need some emotion. We need a big play. We need something.
Need something to kind of fire up your fans.
Crowd, yeah, everybody's so cold now. We're sitting on our hands.
Yep. And you sit there and watch them rattle off 10 points in the third quarter. We've struggled in the third quarter, and let's right the ship here, if you will. Even if you can get a field goal out of it, you cut it within a touchdown. What's the old game? No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Oh, I love that. Pressure luck.
Yeah, no whammy,
I love
no whammy,
pressure
no whammy,
luck.
no whammy.
No whammy, no whammy. Stop.
Folks, I'm really sorry. That's bad broadcast. I just pressure.
That's just we're trying to run a tunnel screen to the middle of the field, and that ball's thrown a couple yards behind him.
Yeah, Shondell kind of.
We haven't had the kind of offense tonight that can have like those negative plays. Yeah. When they're there, we need to hit them.
Second down, 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Just two receivers to the near side. Shondell going to go in motion.
Not going to be there.
Going to kind of push the pile forward, but not a lot there.
We've had more success in the running game kind of after we get an initial first down and we go to that tempo look that we have. Had a little more success running under those circumstances. Defensive line for Cushing has done a good job of bottling up our running attack tonight.
When we've had offensive success, it's come typically after a big play. We've hit somebody across the middle, picked up 25, 36 yards or what have you, and then your offense starts to roll a little bit.
Oh, he's there. Oh.
Man, Cushing has just brought the house in the second half. They've played certainly more aggressive in their defensive, and man, that was just a loss of 10.
Yeah, and we'll be lucky to punt for a first down here, guys.
Yep, fourth down and 20 coming up for the Mustangs. One first down in the second half to show for.
See if he can kick this one a little bit lower. That's really not his jam. He's a traditional punter. Into this win. Oh, we're going to get a offside. We'll take 5 yards back.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. It's set fourth down.
Both teams have committed a lot of penalties.
It has been, and usually that's
15, 16 penalties.
That's unusual a little bit for this late in the season because I've kind of tracked our penalties. I mean, we do that in our stats. And, this beginning of the season, you got those jitters and so forth. The first couple of games pretty rough. They got it.
Yep. That should be roughing the kicker. That should be a first down because he did not get the ball. That was just a bad punt. Personal foul. That's going to be a first down, guys.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
First down.
And an automatic first down.
It's one of those you're inches away from blocking the kick, but you don't.
Yep. First down, and again, Kevin, sometimes we've got those big first downs, and it's just enough to kind of spark the offense, if you will. And maybe this is the break the Mustangs need. Maybe just to kind of, if you can sneak out of this third quarter, because typically it just don't go our way in third quarter.
Yeah, and you get the wind. If we can be marching or even punch some points in or be close, when the quarter flips, you get some momentum, you get the wind. Nice out there to Tunison.
Pick up about 5 yards.
We're going to see Ashton in the game at RB for the first time tonight.
Yeah. His straightforward speed, that's why you've seen him on defense, not the issue. It's just kind of that cutting ability, just with the tender injury, if you will. It's kind of not as sharp as had could be.
I was going to tell you, we don't block anybody. It doesn't matter.
No, there's no gain there.
I mean, he made 2.5 people miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
They're down here.
Actually, I think these are say he lost a yard.
Yeah, I think you're right.
3rd down and 6 coming up for the Mustangs. 4 receivers in this set.
Got to get rid of it. Oh, it's a fumble. That's a fumble.
They're going to say Cushing.
Yeah, the defensive lineman was able to come from behind and just strip the ball out of his hand. You could see it coming. We just haven't had the kind of time tonight to hold on to the ball
In
that
the
long.
second half, we have just, they have just brought tons of pressure, and our passing game just hasn't had time to develop. The holes haven't been there for the rushing game. So you were given just kind of a breath of life with the roughing the kicker.
Seems like one of those plays, like if we don't get a turnover here, the game might be getting away from us, guys.
Yeah, because you're now on the other side of the field. You're on the plus 42. So they have great
Ball's on the
field
ground
position.
again, and he's going to pick up big-time yards. I don't know how that's happening over and over.
I was fixing to say, how do they bobble that snap so many
They don't
times?
even ball. It's literally
Yeah.
bouncing back to him. And he picks up 25 yards. I've never seen anything like it. It's been consistent tonight. I don't know if we're over pursuing and getting out of our lanes,
Maybe.
perhaps, when we see it, like our eyes get big.
We try to get to it, yeah. But it has not phased their rhythm, their timing. I mean, it's just what they do.
Out and up here. Wow, that's a great pass and catch there.
That number 11's a big kid.
Yeah,
he's
their guy when you talk about playmakers. Brady Matheson, senior wide receiver, he was there last year making plays. That's just a great throw and catch. I mean, you can have great defense and the offense can still win. See a wonky lineup here.
Yeah, they've got this 3 split to each side, if you will. Now they're going to line up in more a traditional set. Jason Edwards, I believe, their kicker. We've got plenty of time. 12 seconds on the play clock.
Kind of a high snap.
Ball down. Mustangs were just kind of in a safety mode to make sure nothing got away from them. It is 31-14. Man, you had a credible first half, and third quarters have been our Achilles heel all season long.
Yeah, they have. We were up 14-13 coming out of half.
I'm going to go back this week and look at the stats of what we've been outscored in the third quarter. Because there's some fourth quarters we kind of made a resurgence, but man, third quarters have there's just something that happens in the locker room that we have just not played well in the third quarter, and that has certainly been the case tonight. As goodness gracious, they have piled on the points.
Yeah, and I know the air's been taken out of me. The air's been taken out of the crowd. I think if we're going to have any hopes, we need a big-time return here.
Yeah, they've
get
scored
something going.
17 in the third quarter. We haven't even scored that in the game.
They have 18 because they had that one for
yes,
2.
correct. Yep.
Same difference. Okay, kick's going to be over to the side. Oh, we fumbled it.
It's been that kind of night.
Cool. No harm, no foul. Going to cost us a little bit of field position. Lucky to get back on it.
Ball at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Adversity. What do teams do when you're down 31-14? A big team's come to play you. You know, if you can put something together here, give yourself just a little bit of spark, a little momentum, anything can happen. All right, one receiver to the far side. Hand off up the middle. Just nothing there. Gain of 0 on the play.
Play calling gets hard when our offensive line this quarter is just getting beat.
Yeah.
Can't run it. Can't really throw it long. Going to have to probably resort to that quick passing game to open that up a little bit.
Yeah, and Burchett, your speedster's on the sideline. They've taken his helmet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be allowed back in the game. No, I don't want to speculate to what's happened.
Send Ashton, now Brad's just going to keep it. I mean, he was stood up. Maybe even.
Going to be a flag. I didn't see it. It's definitely going to be a personal foul of some sort. Just don't know
for
who.
the white hat.
After the play was over, personal foul. Defense, 15-yard penalty. That was
Well, it's unfortunate, but we'll take it. We need anything we can get right now.
Mustangs.
Yeah.
First down and 10.
I want to check our stats here in a minute to see how many yards of just offense the Mustangs have had. And we're under 20. I'm guessing we've had about 13 yards of offense in the second half. Screenplay over to the right side to Peters. He's going to kind of break away from a tackle, pick up 3. Brings up second down. Kind of an on pace, if you will, a term Blake likes to use, or on schedule.
Yeah, no harm, no foul there. We don't have to snap it again, but being down in this situation, we need to get another playoff here before the half, or the quarter change.
Yeah, every second counts.
Doesn't look like we're going to.
All right, they're going to bring him over. So with that, we have put 3 in the books. It was not a good third quarter. It was not kind to us. Tigers are on top 31-14. When we come back, it'll be the fourth quarter. It's Mustang football. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
We are ready to start the fourth quarter. Special thanks to Mid-America Feed, highest quality livestock feed and service. Advanced Homes. Visit advancedhbi.com. Building your dreams. Appreciate their support of Mustang
He's wide
football.
open. And they pass interference. They're going to have to throw it. What stinks about that, though, that's a smart penalty because that saved them 7 points. That would have flipped the game on its head a little bit and gave us some momentum.
Pass interference. Defense.
Yeah, Ashton had beat his guy and would have been 7. Move the chains. Ball spotted the 36-yard line.
In their territory, first down and 10.
3 receivers to the far side, kind of the wide side of the field for the Mustangs.
Nice fit in there.
Yeah, so they have moved Ashton out as a receiver. And they've got Stovall in the backfield, and they've put Ashton out as a
flag
receiver.
behind the line of scrimmage here. They're pointing our way. I don't know what this is. We're going to hear, though.
Double formation. 5 in the backfield.
So
somebody went off the line and shouldn't have.
Somebody that wasn't on the line of scrimmage was more than a yard off the line of scrimmage. And usually, if it's a wide receiver, you check with the official.
And then maybe Ashton. I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, he's typically in the backfield, and it's a habit to kind of check and look at that receiver or that official, and they're supposed to help you.
Go Mustangs.
Like, hey, do I meet the qualifications for being on the line? So it's first down and 15 coming up. Running for his life. Gonna create something with his legs.
Oh, nice.
Complete to Peters down the right side. Good enough for a Mustang.
There's a
first
late
down.
hit there, yeah.
And we'll take that. Good job by Braxton.
Should be one of the half the distance penalties.
Great second effort by senior quarterback Brad Hoisington.
Man, that was about a 21-yard pitch and catch for Mr. Peters.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, defense. That penalty is half the distance to the goal, and it's a first down. How about good for Oologah Mustangs? First down and 10.
You know, it's the third quarter. I'm just telling you, something in the third quarter, because here you are literally 50 clicks into the fourth quarter, and the Mustangs have finally got something going their way. So, first and goal from the 9. Brad gonna make a guy miss. Still on his feet, gonna get down to about the 3.
I'll bring Brady Evans in. Brady's been coming in and flexing as another tight end. Yeah, we're going to bring a wide receiver off. Time is not on your side, though. The fourth quarter just started, but everything's going to have to go right. You're down 17.
Mustang football.
Nobody on this side of the field for the Mustangs. Now they're going to bring a guy in motion. Hand off just up the middle. Stampede touchdown, Mr. Stovall.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Make this, you're down 10, 10-17 remaining. If you can come out and get a 3 and out, they're going to kick into the wind. You got the wind, you got some momentum, but everything's going to have to go right for Mustangs here. Looks like there was an offside there. Kick is up. Good.
No flags down, so the PAT is good. 31-21 with 10-17. How does it play out? Mustang defense, again, you're probably tired of hearing me say it, but they've been a strength for this team. Now's your shot.
But they have, and the third quarter's been rough. What's happened is a lot of times we've had turnovers, which we had. We've had 3 and outs in bad field position, and you put your defense, their backs up against the wall, against a high-quality opponent. I mean, you're talking about a 2-loss team on the season. They've only lost to Wagner, the number 1 team in 4A, and Perkins Tryon, the number 3 team in 3A. They're obviously a good football team, and you just can't make the mistakes that we made in the third quarter and expect to be ahead in the fourth quarter. But we have a chance, kind of like you said in the opening monologue. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
We have the wind. We need some Mustang magic. We need a turnover, a 3 and out at least.
Would be nice if your defense could steal a score.
Yeah, and we've done that. Our defense has scored. Our special teams have scored several times. It would be nice to hit one of those. Oh, the ball's going to fall off. They'll usually give you one of those with the wind.
Then you got to put a holder.
Then you got a holder, which Garrett's coming, but he doesn't have to. Yeah, you're gonna send him back. You get one, and then the refs will make you. And you want that ball straight up and down, so just the slightest wiggle with the wind's gonna boot it off.
Good kick. Good kick. It's gonna go in the end zone. He's got it. Yeah, you don't get the choice on that situation.
That's a good weapon to have. Put it on the 20. They got some big-time athletes. I mean, number 11, Brady Matheson is being recruited. He's one of the better receivers in 4A. You've seen him make a few plays tonight, and to be able to keep the ball out of their hands and make them start at the 20 and go into the wind and not run any time off the clock is nice.
All right, Mustang defense. It's your time to shine with 10-16 left to play in the ball game. You need to stop. Mustangs put a lot of guys in the box.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him run it here. Looks like you're getting held out there.
Handoff was to number 4, I believe, Kellen Fry.
It was like a hold
7.
on the edge there.
all the way out to the 45-yard line. We're going to have a first down.
This is going to be a run-heavy attack. They've been run-heavy all night anyway, and with the lead, it's time for the defensive line and linebackers to step up and make a play here.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 45-yard line. Hand off again. Brought down
there by
2.
Max Becker. Unfortunately, you've seen their line take over the game on offense and defense, and I think that's been the difference so far here in the second half. Time for us to take a big breath and make some plays, maybe dial up some pressure.
Fill those gaps, too, because, man, they just have holes big enough I could.
Yeah, that was the instance if Max didn't make the play there.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of running.
Had
design quarterback keeper. Big hit there by Sam, but
saved a touchdown. Yeah.
You don't want your corner making a lot of tackles. That means they're getting out in space on you.
They've just worn down that defensive front of our line. And it's like once that back or the quarterback gets enough speed, once he's 3 steps on the other side of the line of scrimmage, then he's just got some momentum and some speed. It's hard to catch, so you can get a hand on him, but he's in full speed, if you will. First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line as Cushing moves right to left. They continue to drive. Hand off to number 7. Not a lot there. Maybe a gain of 3.
Much better job. There wasn't a big hole there. He was able to fall forward for a gain, but the defensive line was up to the task there on first down.
Roman Tucker, the carrier.
The problem you're running into now, besides the clock, is this is 4-down territory. So you're going to have to stop them from running the ball for a first down 4 straight plays.
They're in no hurry whatsoever. They would just soon like to go ahead and run that clock down, start the bus, and head back to Cushing. I want to invite you to stay tuned. We're going to broadcast the Glow Show. It's the marching show for the Mustangs. We just turn the lights off, and they have appropriate attire for glowing on. And so we're going to broadcast at the end of the ball game. Timeout on the field. Cushing will take a timeout as well. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
.18 left to play in the ball game, and the Mustangs pretty much a dogfight for the first half. They had a 1-point lead at halftime, but we've just not played well in the third quarter. Kevin, kind of problematic all season long. The Tigers able to put 18 on the board in the third quarter. Now Mustangs trail by 10, 31-21.
One thing we haven't talked about, we are in a 3-way tie. Points come into play. So right now we're 10 points down, so we would go -10. The most you can go up or down is 15. I still think we have an opportunity to win the game. We're going to have to make a play on defense out here, obviously. But you want to lose as close as you can.
Sure, absolutely. Yep.
Nice play there. I think Jaden Tanner crashing the line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a 1.
Cheerleaders urging the crowd to get into it.
So it is a 3rd down and 7 situation for this Mustang defense. And we've had him twice in 3rd and long. I think we had him 3rd and 19. And really, I have that play circled on my stat sheet because that was the one.
Yeah, right before the half.
Just really. You can even go back and argue the kid was out of bounds, but doesn't matter. The scoreboard says he was in. 2 receivers at the far side. Mustangs kind of in a coverage formation, if you will. Finally knocked down number 47 for the Mustangs, Landon Roach.
It'll be 1st and goal
The Tigers
They were just
down to the 9-yard line where it'll be first.
outmanning us to a man on a hat there, just blocking.
Looked like it was, honestly, it looked like he was slow motion. Like it just like he was making the cuts he wanted to make and doing what he wanted to do. And ball at the 9-yard line, first and goal.
Last time they did this, it was a design quarterback run to the left. So he's already leaning forward. Yep, he was in motion. You could read this play. I think he's going to score. Man, he's leaning. One, you should be able to recognize it. I recognize him, but you can't lean forward before the ball snap. That should have been a legal procedure on the offense. You could see, I mean, he was leaning forward, fell forward before he snapped the ball.
Yeah.
It's the same play they ran last time.
7 plays on the drive, put 6 points on the board so far. I think at this point, you want to work on your point spread.
Yeah, at this point, you got to go score and get it back down below that big
want to work
15
on point spread. I wonder what that's about.
We jumped really high. I don't know.
I'm telling you. I don't know if we had assistance.
It was on them or. One good thing about it.
Gil ain't going anywhere. He's like, I'm on wait.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to walk all the way.
Walk over there and walk all the way back.
It's a good thing about it. We'll hear it because the refs mic'd up this game.
I don't know if they're talking about if they want to eat tacos after the game or. What time you guys think we want to meet up next Friday? We go. I'm not sure what the huddle.
This is a long one.
This is a long huddle for a penalty.
I don't know. Their coach is out basically on the hash. Every time we look at the refs, we get a penalty. I don't know why they get to be out on midfield on the logo, but hey. I mean, seriously, he's literally on the hash mark.
We got in trouble for that last week.
They still haven't talked to us or signaled.
So I'm assuming that's on us, so they're giving him the option if he wants to decline it or not. Here we go. Here's the call.
The try is good. Personal foul on the receiving team, lifting his opponent to try and block the punt.
What?
15 yards that's administered on the kickoff, and now we have the kickoff.
What in the Globetrotters did we just do there? We're trying to pick somebody up and throw them in the air?
I think he got.
So
I
saw him get really high.
He got really high. How do you even write that penalty down? I don't even know what that is. I don't.
Lifting someone.
Lifting.
I've seen a few things I've never seen.
Illegal. I mean, apparently you can't do that. So.
Now he hasn't been kicking it deep. I don't know if they'll try to kick it in the end zone here. I'll be honest with you. I hope they do, so they get it back to one of our returners. That'd be our best chance to.
Yeah. What'd you say? What in the Harlem Globetrotters?
What in the Globetrotters was that? I don't know.
I'm gonna have to use that.
I mean, that's like the bucket. That's like the bucket full of confetti. Okay, they're gonna kick it deep up the right. Oh, was he able to get it?
No, they got it. Their number 6 recovered it. Max Wood. They landed on the back of one of our blockers. Drop dead turnovers before we even get started.
Ruling on the field is that the kicking team recovered the free kick. It's first down.
First down at the 19-yard line.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Remember to stop by Subway after the game. Subway, a proud
You know, they've kicked it that way. This is the second time we bobbled it right there, and unfortunately for us, that time we weren't able to get it back.
J.M. Dennis and Associates. Appreciate you guys for your support of Mustang football. Kerry Ballard with Holmes Realty. Appreciate their support of Mustang football. Oologah Assembly of God.
Throwing it deep. Got to find the ball. Oh.
One play later. Pitch and catch number 10. We've called his name a lot tonight, Brock Bales. It's a 19-yard pitch and catch touchdown.
You see that a lot where kind of that after a turnover, you try to strike and make a big play. And I'll be honest, we had good coverage. There's just a better offensive play. They've done that a couple of times tonight.
Their receivers are big, Kevin. I mean, I've talked about that, but those guys, they've got the ability to make some plays, and they're big, tall guys. And even the eye test, they've got some inches on our players. And we'll talk about this in the pregame, too. Cushing was dominant last season. And so when you get on top of a team, it gives younger guys great opportunity to play a game that's already been handled at full game speed. And so your program wide, your building experience, it's great for those sophomores. It's great for maybe those juniors that aren't necessarily in a one role or whatever. So when the next year comes along, you have veteran sophomores that are now juniors. And so Cushing's rosters, they've done that for a couple of years to guys. Kudos to them. They built a successful program. 45-21 with 6:50 left to play.
They've definitely been targeting one side and one player here. Would like to see us perhaps flip it. Yeah, I think that's what Sam's trying to get us to, hey, go to the other side, see if we can disguise this a little bit. But we don't need to be, there we go, we're scooting up. We don't need to be that deep into the wind. Whistle blown for play. Yep. Ty Cherry going to catch it. They're going to grab onto an ankle.
Just bring him down about the 32-yard line. Mustang offense will have an opportunity to put some points on the board with 6:43. On the air next Friday night at 5:30.
I'm sorry, someone sent me a
picture of the
picture
lift.
of the penalty, the lift.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Hand off, middle, Mr. Stovall. Gain of about 4.
Yeah, and I don't really want to speculate. Obviously, Miami has Wagner next week. Points are going to be, it'll be something we'll be watching next week.
Yeah,
we're going to have to win the game next week at this point. And then it's going to be a point situation.
Hand off around the left side, gain of a yard. Put you in a 3rd down 6 situation.
It sounds weird, but if it gets into that 3-way tie, we need to win it or we need Miami to win it because they beat us head-to-head. So that would mean we win next week. And then once let's say Miami wins it. Once Miami gets peeled off, then it's a head-to-head.
With us, and then we
with
beat
us and McLean, and we meet
head-to-head.
McLean. We're in.
Yeah.
That's what happened last
year. Yeah, I mean,
Miami won, and then it went head-to-head, and we lost.
Brad still just grinding away. Looks like he may get close. You can see, I think they're going to stop here for just a second.
First down.
Yeah, first down.
I should stop the clock. Didn't.
Yeah, they took 4 or 5 seconds to decide if they were going to move the chains or not. First down at 10 for the Mustangs. Hand off up the left side to Stovall. Gain of 2. Hear the Mustang fans saying, let's play with some urgency in a 2-minute offense, even though it's 4:44 left to play in the ball game.
Yeah, because really it doesn't matter once you're beat by 15 if you get beat by 15 or 50.
Yeah,
you can find a way to score a couple of times and get it below that 15. It helps your situation.
Case, right?
God, you just cannot.
That blind side, if you will, couldn't see him coming. Wyatt Heisler.
You know, that was a situation on the offensive line. He did have time. There was good coverage. That was like a coverage sack. That timer's got to go off in your head. You got to tuck it and run there.
So a loss of 9. Brings up 3rd down and long. 3rd and 14 coming up for the Mustang offense. Brad doing what he can do to kind of
gotta get rid of it.
Get back.
It's gonna be a net gain of 2.
Net gain of 2.
It is 4th down. I think you're going to see the offense stay on the field. 3:32 remaining in the game.
Yeah, I think you will. I think they'll see if we can play some backyard football and maybe scramble to make something happen. Mr. Burchett got hurt. Haven't seen him back in. You have seen Ashton Wright in as a receiver. I don't see that now.
Yeah, I think the game's kind of got out of hand.
Yeah, saving. Yep.
Defender was able to make a break on the ball and kind of beat us to the spot, if you will. It's going to put the defense back on the field where they've been on all of the second half.
Yep. We talked about that at halftime. You got to make sure you come out and play sharp in the second half, and Mustangs just unable to do that tonight. So it has been a long second half. I'll tell you what, it was a great first half of football. Mustang defense played really well other than giving up a big play. Second half, things have just not gone your way. So with 3:03, Cushing will take over on downs, first down and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. They'll just hand it off around the right side. Number 24, the back. That's Brody Robinson. No gain on the play.
Be shocked if they put the ball in the air the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Just put it on the ground. Probably even 4-down territory. Just run the clock. Well, if they get a first down, they'll be able to run the clock out.
Mustangs on the road for the final game of regular season at Tulsa McLean. Join us at 5:30 for pregame.
Yeah, he's milking it all the way down.
Quarterback going to keep it. It's a new quarterback, I believe, for Cushing. They'll tackle him forward to get the first down. Ethan Evans in now as quarterback. 1:55 and clock continues to roll.
Yeah, without burning it. Obviously, we have 3 timeouts left. We're not going to use them. They can just victory formation it out.
Stay tuned. Coming up in just a little bit, the Stallion Battalion will take the field. We'll turn the lights off. I think they'll leave the lights on just for a little bit to kind of give folks out safely that want to get out of the stands. It takes them about 10 minutes or so to get that ready to go. But then the glow show, it's kind of a fun thing for the kids. They march with the lights off, and they have glowing paraphernalia on their equipment. So we'll broadcast that its entirety. Those kids work hard throughout the whole season. Marching season's over. They've focused more towards concert season. They've got a trip coming up over the Christmas break. Go to a bowl game, headed to Memphis. So a lot of those kids have worked hard to raise money for that. A lot of folks support that, sponsor the band program. Appreciate them. Incredible band booster group that works hard over the summer selling fireworks. And all that goes to help make the activities happen. Jazz band is it's actually now a class. And second place last year at state, won a state championship the year before. He didn't get it off in time, so back him up 5 yards. I know Dave Smith has high aspirations for this jazz ensemble as well. Dave is a highly decorated jazz instructor, has won all kinds of statewide awards and stuff. So glad to have him as a Mustang.
Yeah, he's the man. Really knows his stuff. Plays just about any instrument in there.
He's easy, too. Somebody just talked to, he's just easy. Easy Dave. That might be a new nickname for him.
Easy Dave.
Goes along with this blues playing. So, folks, that'll be it. It's not the outcome we wanted, certainly at halftime. We talked about it, man. We can play with these guys. In the third quarter, you just let yourself get into a hole that you couldn't dig yourself out of.
Nope. Played hard. Defense did what they could for a while, held strong. I'd be interested to see. We basically had the ball 20 less seconds than them in the first half. Be interested to get the stats in the time of possession for the second half because it just seemed like the defense was on the field the entire half.
Way too much. We are going to take a quick timeout, look at some stats when we come back. More of our post-game show. We'll get you set up for the Stallion Battalion Glow Show. All that and more. We'll be back. The Mustang post-game show right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories, and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Welcome back to the Mustang Postgame Show. Not the way we wanted things to finalize up tonight. Mustangs played a really good first half. Went kind of toe-to-toe, kind of a rock fight, dog fight, if you will, with the Cushing Tigers. Third quarter has kind of been our Achilles heel. And Kevin, I'm honestly anxious this week to kind of go spend some time looking at how much we've been outscored in the third quarter. Today alone, we were outscored 18-0 in the third quarter. And so you dug yourself a hole that you just couldn't get out of.
No, we couldn't. That quarter couldn't get over quick enough, as
Yeah.
you mentioned. Just 50 seconds into the fourth quarter, we were down in red zone, but just came out spinning our wheels. They struck immediately with kind of a blown coverage, and it just went downhill from there.
Scoring by quarter, Mustangs put 7 on in the first quarter. Then they put 7 on in the second quarter, and then Cushing added 13. So you went in at halftime on top 14-13. And here again, back to that third quarter, outscored 18-0 by the Tigers in the fourth quarter. Cushing scored 14-7. So if you could have found a way to be something, be productive in the third quarter and eliminated their 18 points, that would have been your key to success, if you will, but it just kind of bit us. So you got some other stats you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mentioned the time of possession. We had the ball for 9 minutes, 58 seconds. They had the ball for 14 minutes and 2 seconds. So a pretty good-sized differential there. Total offense, 204 yards for the Mustangs, 416 for Cushing. And penalties, there were 22 total penalties for over 200 yards. We had 9 for 84.
Yeah,
Another one of our Achilles heels.
That's going to be one of the higher of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be second or third.
I think we had 11 penalties early on. So at Fort Gibson, we had 12 penalties. In Claremore, we had 11. Fort Gibson, we penalized for 100 yards. Here, we were penalized for 89. Ashton Wright had 1 rush. Brad Hoisington had 9 carries for -7.
Yeah, there was a lot of sacks tonight. Some of it was holding on to the ball. Some of it was good coverage. Some of it was just instant pressure. So
Stovall, 19 of 44, had 37 yards. 2 touchdowns for Stovall. So yeah, things didn't quite just go necessarily the way you wanted to. 174 yards through the air. And then longest pass tonight was 46 yards with a touchdown, and we threw 4 and interception. So going to take another timeout. When we come back, more of our post-game show, and we'll get ready to watch the Stallion Battalion and the Glow Show. This is the Mustang post-game show.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son. Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Welcome back, Mustang Postgame Show. Brett Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue and the entire Mustang broadcast crew as we're kind of in a wait here because in just a few minutes we're giving folks that want safety exit, if you will, and then we're going to turn the stadium lights off and the Stallion Battalion, you can see them down to the left end zone here in just a moment. We'll show you that. And they have glowy stuff. I'm being harassed, not really, but using the term glowing paraphernalia, but they put on glow stuff, and so they'll march their entire show called Metal, which they have won a lot of awards with that. And so we'll kind of get to see it with the lights off, if you will. Mustangs fall short tonight. They played a really great first half, if you will. Things fell, kind of the wheels fell off in the third quarter. And so kudos to Cushing. Right now they're ranked second in our district behind Wagner. Only lost that game to Wagner by a point. John Hilligoss, their quarterback, was 17 of 27, 206 yards through the air, and 4 touchdowns, and only threw 1 pick on the night. And so, man, he literally just had a pretty good night for Cushing. All right, you can see the Mustang Stallion Battalion. We're going to turn our lights off up here as well so that we don't want to be the sole lights in the stadium. And you can see them as they take the field. And I'm just going to let them have it and kind of let you enjoy the show. We'll be back with more of the Mustang post-game wrap-up after the Glow Show.